Hold on. Start. There we go. Got it. I know it's a tradition. My wife is paranoid if she does not see the button on this thing. Here, let's see if I can get this over so I can show you. There's a little button right there that flashes when it's off, and I've told her that. If it's on, if it's solid, then it means it's on. So she's always freaking out if she comes in here and my microphone is not flashing. So turn it off, forget to turn it on. Let's see. Star is not going to be able to join us until right on time. Travis, I did this as a surprise. I just said, going live, bitches. Also, I might drink. Still deciding. Oh, raffle. That's right. I should do a raffle. Hold on. I'll do a raffle. We'll do the raffle until the thing begins. I think I've got some of those. Hold on. Reset. Reset. There we go. Reset. Hold on. Don't raffle yet. I'll give away empty lots. People seem to like that. Bam. Well, right now I'm drinking a bottle of warm water. But my wife has informed me that she needs a margarita when she gets home, so I will probably drink beer, not margarita. Because I'm on a diet. I don't know how that makes sense. Alright, well you will probably see... Oh, Snugs is here. You'll probably notice that the upper left-hand corner of my screen says QAGM. 882, date 1108. So I think I'm going to have to rearrange some stuff here. So this is still super buggy and super early. Mostly I just don't have error checking and I don't have good feedback for you on things. But I thought I would jump in here and show you a few things. 1 second. Let me hide that. Get that up there. You. All right, let me try this now. What's it gonna do? Nope, that's way off. Let me add a new display capture that just captures the whole thing. All right, there we go. Well, there we go. Super clunky. So this was actually a big question here. Let me see if there's any questions first. Oh, it's seen Snugs. Thank you very much, Snugsy. And it looks like I have that, so it goes over other stuff. And thank you, Kodurku. I think that was last stream. But again, thank you. Huge thanks to John Marcus for torturing everyone else. But what you see here is a LUA function. Well, LUA file. Aha, there we go. That's what I need to do. For those who didn't know, that's one of the things I've been saying I would add for a while, and about a month ago I kind of got to the point where I was just like, you know what, everything I keep coming up with, the players could help me solve, like all these big things, like the players could help me solve like half of them if only they had some way to get at things. A lot of this has to do with the... Oh, looks like LB... There's one join in. I'm gonna get my Skype up just so I have that handy. Let me get that off there. Okay, let me get that up there, but then get that underneath there. Okay, there we go. So, what you see here is I got the LUA stuff in. I got the 20 or whatever exceptions I had going on. I got things all hooked up for the basic stuff. Have it so it reads files, reads LUA files, and then that was the not fun part. But now I'm into the part now where I get to like hook up functions and make it actually do stuff. So what you see on my screen, if I hide that display capture, look, you see that little text right there? Stat name, damage resistance 3. I know, sexy, right? Super awesome. And then up here it says, yay, it is here. So let's get back over to that thing. And you can see what that is actually generating that is, well, one, I've got a handle console that this is just a test hook function that I put in so I can actually do stuff. So I can do a LUA test. You can do a LUA, oh crap. I'm gonna have to move my text window. You guys need to see that anyways. Because this is also showing that you can output to LUA. That's just another tab now. Or another check mark. And you can output stuff to LUA. So you'll have a tab that you can drag out. Dang it, that's not where you rename. Oh, you just click on it to rename it. No. Ah, up there. LUA Spam. You guys can't see that, but I just renamed it LUA Spam. And if I do LUA, this is just, again, a dummy function I hooked up. It will run this function up there and print some crap out to my LUA window, which just went away. There it is. Hey, thank you very much, Legion of Myth, and thank you, Coswald Dirthmeyer. It's a lovely name. Oh, I've got some phrases I'm going to use today. So that, of course, you saw that part, but let me go up here now and change that stat to be like 8. Oh, and you can also see up here, you can get that number 758. It's printing my current focus. I have it set up so you can get stat value by name, or you can also get stat value by number. There's also a get stat count, so you can get the total number of stats, and if you want to, you can do a for loop and run through it and print out whatever you want to. So the other thing is that's worth mentioning is other console stuff, like stuff that comes out to the universe chat here or whatever, or combat. That gets fed into LUA. You can have that feed into this handle console. That's actually what goes on there. And actually, I think, let me check. Let me make sure I didn't introduce an exception that... Yeah, so, okay, so that is working. Let me show you. And of course, this is Pro Pre-Stream. But again, blah, when I do blah, it's actually calling into that. I could actually have it called and print out that message if I wanted to. But the more important thing is... Alright, let me get that Lord British guy on. Beep, boop, boop. Richard hasn't seen any of this, of course, so... He's gonna have to share a monitor with my text, too.
That's all right.
I gotta get my headphones on so I can hear Richard. Okay, can I hear you?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you. It's a joke. See, it's a joke.
Oh, I get it.
They fell for that last time, too.
All right, excellent.
Richard, this is probably stuff that is all new to you as well. You won't be able to see me, of course, but I'm on the stream if you're watching the stream, which I know you are. But this is Lua stuff that I hooked up, so players can start doing some things themselves.
Excellent. Yes, I knew that was what you were working on, but no, I have not seen the results, of course.
So this on GUI stuff here, they can actually print stuff out to screen. They have functions now to interrogate stat numbers. They have this handle console function. Let's see. I think I can do.
I gotta get my Twitch window over here by my game window. There we go. Now I can see too.
Like for instance, I will change console log to. Let's see, string dot format. Again, if you're not a programmer, don't worry about this, but Lua is a pretty easy language. Look what %s said %s source player, comma message. Where do you think is that going to blow up? I think that may work. We'll see. But you'll see I just saved that out. See if I can find this place where, there we go. So now you can see that. So now to here, if I do a Lua reload, that'll force it to reload the script. All right, I didn't get a ton of exceptions. And if I say blah, so I said blah here, although I don't have local chat on apparently. Oh yeah, I do. There we go, blah. Lua output says, look what Atos said. It took my name out of it. Said, Atos to everyone, blah. Oh, it looks like I need to crop that initial part off there. Ignore the carry capacity. Again, that's just a test function I had there that was doing some stuff.
That's so cool. That's very close to player created everything.
So that is, you guys will be receiving the inputs from any text. So that can be your combat text, that can be your other text. That will be, you know, anything that can show up through this and you can filter, you'll be able to see. So if you want to do something that only happens on trader channels, you want to log that to, like, you write your own plugin, so you write that to Discord channel or something like that, you could actually go and do that type stuff. Because Lua can call lots of other stuff. It can call curl or it can do whatever you want to for the programmer type people. Again, this is unlocking you guys for a huge amount of stuff. But just the GUI stuff, again, I just hooked that up yesterday, and I've been crazy busy with a bunch of other stuff and business stuff. But let me... Again, this stuff you see, you can't see on screen because I have that window over it. But that thing right there that you see is actually from this code. Let me see if I can move that over to like maybe 1200 maybe. Let me do a reload. Lua, did that get it far enough over? Where'd that put it? Oh, it's getting close. Oh, there it is. Yeah, right there. So you guys can see it right. You guys can't see my cursor work. There you go. So that right there, you can see that's it. So I just moved where that's printing to. So again, this is the very rudimentary stuff. So Devilcult. So next up, I'm going to see what, I'm trying to figure out how I want to split my time. I'd kind of set this as my goal, is I would have it so you could print text to screen. You could query variable, or you could query stats. You could parse your own input from the other channels. And but anyways, that was kind of my goal that I'd set for the end of year, if you recall. So I stayed up a few late nights and had a few early mornings and cranked through all that stuff and got it done early. I'm going to see about hooking up buttons. Now, the buttons would only be able to execute other Lua stuff. You'll be able to put text on the buttons. You'll be able to put use the buttons to put up graphics behind it, but it'll only be to put up Lua stuff. So the thing that you guys, as I've mentioned before, this is what I'm calling phase 1 of Lua implementation. This is Lua working. This is parsing command line stuff. This is responding to Lua commands. This is querying, interrogating stats for, you know, name and stuff like that, and also add in so you can add the, you can get the description for them. I'd set buttons and UI as phase 2, and also phase 1 will not have anything that talks to the server. And the reason that's important is if I make a Lua function where you can like even do something as simple as like send a chat to somebody, then it's going to be the good old days that I'm sure Richard knows all too well of line 10, print screw you, or send chat to whoever, screw you. Line 20, go to line 10. Yes, I know there's no line numbers and there's no go-tos, but that will basically happen.
Right.
And that'll also be not just on...
I would also assume any query to the database could just bring the game to a halt also. If people could do that, they could flood the server.
Yeah, that would basically give us the ability to let you do a denial of service attack on our server.
From the inside.
From the inside with 2 lines of code. We do throttle everything. So basically what it would result in is you losing your connection to the server, and you'd get your friendly little icon up there. But we still don't want to do that. So we're not letting you do that. The other thing that would enable is botting and things like that. Unless you want to see like 100 idle players out there running chat bots, spamming trade information or whatever.
Yeah, it seems like eventually, not on round 1, it sounds like, but what about, if if I want to have one of the things that would be helpful for quests, just having keywords and responses is already going to be incredibly good for quests. But an advanced version would be to say, if I bring it the half burnt out blue torch or whatever it was we used to pass around, that's how you gate the next step. Will it be able to do that, or is that one of the things that requires that server call you were just mentioning?
So that's kind of the thing. It'll be able to query data that we have pushed to the local client, and it will be able to write out stuff to the local client. So anything that is local that we've already pushed to the client should be fine. Yes. And most Quest state stuff does get pushed to the client just about any time. So yeah, so that should be something that's doable.
Okay, great.
And again, this is something I saw somebody ask, Devil Cult, I think somebody asked, yeah, will there be a document for those functions? Yeah, I'll put together a document that'll list the functions that I've added, and that's one, again, I'm getting this out early to you guys. I'd set a target at the end of the year, but by me getting it out early, I know I'm going to put it out there and say, here it is, and you guys will say, what about, function X, Y, and Z that I really, really want. So I'll be able to add some of those things in. Again, the big thing I'm looking for in this first iteration is it needs to be all client-side. I don't want you to be able to, you're not going to be able to execute commands. You're not going to be able to you may not be able to do fancy GUI. I may have some, again, if I can expose the button functionality and bitmap loading stuff to you guys, then you can probably do or start doing some GUI stuff. But yeah, we'll see. I'm going to throw this out there to you guys. I'm sure you'll break it. You know how we work. Apple Rust asks, will this new Lua stuff be on QA? Yes, if I actually hid let me make Richard big. And then make Richard move and be small. There you go. You can see that this is the build I just did this morning. This is on QA as soon as I actually publish it. I'm guessing you want me to publish it now. We were going to publish it, but honestly, we pushed almost everything to live already. The only thing new on this one was this Lua stuff, but I think it's worth publishing, so I'll probably go ahead and push it. Push it good. So yes, I plan on pushing that. You know what? I'll start it uploading now. That'll take a little while. Oh wait, I've got 4 minutes left on server reports, and then I will push it. Oh no, I can upload that at the same time. Hold on. Oh, just finished. QA, here we go. Bam. It is uploading. Takes about an hour to upload, so maybe by the end of the stream, if you remind me, I'll go ahead and click the publish button on it. Let's see. Oh, and let's see. I missed out on a bunch of people there. Coswald Dirthmeyer, thank you for the follow. Raid 3 from, that's got to be Fizzle because I can't see his name. It always crops off the long names. Ice Star Strider, thank you, kind sir, for the resub. Let's see. What other stuff do I have there? It's kind of, I mean, that's kind of the basics. Again, because you can actually do the coding now, just having that ability to query any of the stats, and you can query stats by name. In case you guys missed that part. Let me hide Richard underneath my text again. If you look at this second example, hold on, let me make that big again. The second example down here, this is actually, I'm just mimicking what's in the Unity system. So this is basically, you'll be able to draw to screen using this. The button system will not be that much different than this. But this is just a X and a Y position and an X and a Y width and height. Obviously width and height if it's X, Y, but this is the X and Y location on screen. This is the dimensions of the box that it's drawing to. This is just a format to string, get some stuff there. So stat name, %S will basically format it as a string, %D will format it as a number. The get stats by name or number, that or get stat name by number does exactly what it says. It gets a stat by number. There's another function that is get number of stats, which will give you the whole count in case you want to just do like a for loop and go 0 to 700 or whatever it is, and print out the name. So you can print out the name of all stats. I'll add one more function that'll be get description of stat. Then this get stat value by number gets the actual returns the value of the stat. Now there needs to be a couple more functions here that will actually give you some other stuff that'll tell you like what format. Is this a 0 to 100? Is this a 0 to 1 floating point? But I'll get those in before this release. Up here you can also see there's a get stat value by name that you can just query by name if you'd rather go by the name. Let's see. And also, since you have a get stat name by number, you can also do stuff like you could quickly write a search. Ooh, do I dare do it on live camera? Tempting. Maybe. I was going to say you can write a search that will search through all the stats for a certain name. The other thing to remember on this is you can do something like, you know, we give you the tell, like even if you don't have the window shown, you'll still get that message to the LUA. So that means you can do like leave whispers off, and you could write your own whisper history where you write out, here's my whisper history or the last people I talked to. Another one I'm considering right now is giving you a LUA way that you can print output to your local window. So what that would do is let you do something like if somebody sends you a tell, you could actually print out something to your local. You still have to hit the return key. That's why I'm torn. I will probably make it so it puts it into your command or into your paste buffer. And then like when you get a whisper or something, it can be in your paste buffer that you could have like, reply whoever or whatever. But again, there's tons and tons of options. Like I said, you can write your own history for who's messaged you. You can write your guild history. You can see who you can write something to tell you who the last 20 people who messaged you are. You could write something that tracks your party and tracks per person what their DPS is. And do that all in a simple file like this that you could then share with your guild mates. You could write something for your guild mates that tracks DPS, so you could do like a guild DPS and have it submit to a server. Now that's a little bit more. Uh-oh. All right, gonna try adding star to the call here. Hold on one second. Let me get down here. Let's see if I can add both those guys. Call in. But anyways, there's because we're opening this all up to you guys, anything you can do, you can write code for it, you should be able to do. Again, it will only be local. Don't think you're going to go out and write your bot that's going to go around and farm everything or auto attack a bazillion times. So cool.
Very.
Let's see.
I actually really think this is going to be a huge deal. I really can't wait. Not only is you know, I think this is going to give some of our best and brightest in the community the ability to make some really cool stuff there, Chris. But I hope we back it up with challenges where, you know, I would suggest we do, whoops, pardon the vacuuming noise, where we do some challenges and give out awards for those that make the best, you know, events or quests or things like that.
Absolutely. So that's the other thing that still optimistic about it making it in good at making it in by the end of the year is the Inkle stuff, which will be the NPC dialogue stuff. That's going to be even more exciting. Let's see. Oh, and I just messaged people there, but Star, after yelling at me, get me in the chat, he connected and immediately crashed. So we still have no Star.
That's all right.
All right. Well, I'm going to get this junk off the screen. I think you guys have seen enough. Again, this is just the start. But again, I'll get this out to you guys. You guys can start giving me feedback on, you know, it sure would be cool if, again, given my parameters that I've told you about. Another one that I can expose to you guys is like a function here that will return a string that has all the items you have. And then you could actually do like your own search, so you can get your items, and then I can give you stuff to interrogate your own items, as long as they're your items and it's your client side knows, which in many cases it does. It doesn't know everything. Like I don't think it knows your bank until you open your bank, but lots and lots and lots of stuff. And Travis is saying not recognizing his webcam. Again, this is the Pro Pre-Stream. Pro Pre-Stream. We are professionals. All right. I can put Richard back up there now and turn back on the camera. There we go.
Howdy, howdy.
Oh, that's cool, because I could actually see the light of the screen. Is that what that was? Yeah, I think that's what that is. Seen more light on your shirt or something from what's on your screen? Maybe not.
No idea. It is like freezing up here. Not that you necessarily need to care, but it is like super jelly. And next week, they're expecting like a big Arctic blast.
It's kind of cool down here. I mean, it's like 48. That's cold, right? 49.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah, we just had an Arctic front come through ourselves. That means something different in Texas than New York, though. Again, for those who are in the stream now, this is our Pro Pre-Stream. This is not the real stream. Oh, and I owe John Marcus a bad song. Let's see.
A bad song. Who encouraged this?
I encouraged it, and I've actually been making fun of House of Mangar Fizzle. Pardon me, Zol. Because he will not sing. Even though he dresses up like Elvis, he will not sing as Elvis. Let's see, do I actually know this song? Let me think through it in my head. I don't know that song well enough. It's gonna do that once is 7 years old. Maxine was singing that this morning. Yeah, that's right, John Marcus, yeah. Let's see. Once I was 7 years old. No, I can't do it. I don't know how the pacing of that goes. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of, you gotta have rhythm to do that. I can't do it. I'll have to find a different song. Able to do another Ring of Fire. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, people say I should sing Johnny Cash and Oasis and who's the other one? Lord, because none of those people actually have any singing ability. Johnny Cash has singing ability. He just has no he only has like half an octave range. Let's see. Do you guys need me? I think they need me to add them back. Let me try and add Star and add Travis again. Try and take 2. See if they work.
Hello.
Hey, it is Star. He does live.
What is Jailhouse Rock?
Here's back up. The force is strong with this one.
The warden threw a couch. No,
Yeah, why getting everybody together there too? I think it's just kind of funny to point out my daughter Kinga, who actually will probably, my wife's picking her up at the bus in a few minutes, and she's gonna bring her back to the house, and it's only gonna be the 2 of us here, so you'll probably get a chance to see Kinga during this stream. But you know, if you need somebody to sing a song, she's been taking singing lessons for the last 6 or 8 weeks. And so
wow!
It has actually been great fun to hear her pick up all the current songs that are popular for kids and sing them with Alexa for a week or 2, and then go into her singing lessons and try to refine it. So not making illusions that she's a 7-year-old now, so you can't judge it any more than it is. But maybe we'll get her to sing you a song if you need some song singing. Maybe we get some people to donate some bits when she's on camera to convince her to sing. You'll have to share the bits with her, though. She's a good negotiator now.
Sounds good. Maybe.
Oh God, you guys are loud.
Are we loud? Is it
loud.
really loud?
I'm watching my bar. I go right up to the yellow, right up to the edge of the red.
Is
Yellow.
it really loud?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so loud.
Now it's loud.
Should I use my projecting voice from the diaphragm?
The teeth, the lips, the gut. What is it?
One sleek slug slid up the slide while the other sleek slug slid down.
20 dwarves. 20.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
1 smart fellow, he felt smart. 2 smart fellows that both felt smart. 3 smart fellows that all felt smart. Try that one.
Yeah, I remember
butter,
that
but
one.
she said, this butter's bitter. So she bought some better butter, better than the bitter butter. And she put it in her batter, and it made her batter better.
They all smelled farts.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
Chris isn't saying anything. Can you hear us?
No, I'm trying to find a song to sing. I gotta sing a song for John Marcus. We're going live in 5 minutes, so I gotta do it quick. Here we go. I found one that I at least know the tone to, so I can butcher it without an excuse. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Oh, you're a hard one. I know that you got your reasons. These things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones that you can't get. There you go. Legion of Myth, tear in your eye, sadly for the wrong reason.
That was nice. That was nice. That was nice.
Yeah, so nice.
That's exactly what all of our fans think too.
It's better than I could have done.
That may be true.
Like I said, at some point I'll go and actually practice a song before I get on here. Oh, sorry, you missed it. I was demoing the LUA stuff.
Oh, well, are you going to demo it again for everybody else?
I'll do it again once we get into the stream.
Okay. Well, 3 minutes till the official live stream. Did you tell everyone that it was just the pre-show, that it wasn't the actual live stream?
Yes, this is not the live stream. This is just a tribute.
Okay. The actual live stream will start in 3 minutes. And the prize phrase is leaves are falling all around.
Leaves are falling all around.
Which we tested everyone last stream on what the reference was. And I was very proud of our players that one of them got it immediately. The reference. Which, for those of you who missed it, actually, I don't see if that player's here. We'll see if our players can say the reference again.
Oh, I looked up something. This is very relevant to the conversation. I looked up something online, trying to make sure what generation I was. Was I Gen X or Gen Y or Millennial or whatever? So I'm officially Gen X, but only by 4 years. I missed being a boomer by 4 years. So that means, do you know who is a boomer on this stream? Yes. According to the online definitions, Lord British is a boomer. So whenever Richard is having a senior moment, like forgetting how old he is, that's when we just need to tell him.
I was going to say, is that 64-year-old
okay, boomer.
Richard?
Wait, but no,
okay,
we
boomer.
don't get to say.
Am I 72 this month?
We don't get to say okay, boomer, because we're not millennials.
Whatever.
Only millennials get to say it.
Really?
So, yeah.
Did you say
this is how you're not even with it enough, Chris, to realize that you didn't even understand the meme properly. So you're practically a boomer yourself.
All the millennials are
practically a boomer myself, but that's
see, you just proved the point.
The 25-year-old that was doing the speech or speaking to was it Parliament that they were speaking to? But they were talking on climate change, and they were like 25 years old, and they were up there talking on climate change. Some rude, old white man politician jumped in with the climate change fake type, and she said, "Okay, boomer," and got right back to doing her thing.
Oh wait, even I'm out of it. I don't even know. It's actually Gen Z. No, I think it's I think it's millennials and boomers. I thought it was millennials versus boomers. But no, they're saying it's Gen Z.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's millennials versus boomers.
I thought it was Gen X versus millennials, and boomers and Gen Y are like, yeah, whatever.
No, boomers, that's good.
Oh, who knows? All right, well, it is time for the Release 71 live stream.
All
Lord
right.
British, kick us off.
Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, this is Lord British coming to you here from chilly New York City with the clan here to talk to you about Release 71. We are very excited to be with you. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing community. If you were here with us for the preamble where Atos was showing off some of the work that he's at least been doing. I'm already excited for what I've already seen, and I'm sure we're going to hear some more great stuff from the rest of the team coming up. But, Star, let me pass it back to you, Dark Star, to kind of outline how this afternoon's going to go.
Thanks, Richard. I'm Starlong, a.k.a. Dark Star, and we've got lots of awesome things to show this month. As you know, we do live streams every week and every month. This is our 71st monthly live stream. We've done 71 monthly releases in a row. Crazy.
That is literally crazy.
Yeah. So, and after each release, we do a live stream where we talk about the release, we answer questions, we do deep dives, and we hand out prizes. And how many ways are there to be eligible to win out a prize?
I know.
How? Lord British, you get to answer.
There's two.
That's right. You can make a purchase on our web store, buy some crowns perhaps, and you can use those crowns to buy something in our crown shop. Or there's no purchase required because that is the law. You can go into our game chat and type our not so secret phrase, "Leaves are falling all around." And that also makes you eligible for a prize. And just a reminder, you can type that not so secret phrase as early as noon on the day of our live stream. So both of those things will make you eligible to win a prize. And just to get things going with an exciting bet, we could do a prize drawing right now, which I'm sure Chris is feverishly taking care of as we speak. And I'll give him time to do that, although I'm sure he's already done it.
You actually think it's going to work. You're very optimistic.
I know. I'm very optimistic. And speaking of giving away stuff, November, if you log in during the month of November, which you have quite a bit of time left in this month, you get our free monthly login reward. And this month, it was turkey statue in honor of our Thanksgiving holiday here in the United States. So it is a lovely turkey statue that you get to enjoy. So check that out. And all you have to do is log in during the month of November. And if you are part of our Release 71 exclusive rewards program, we have some cool autumn themed rewards, including a scarecrow mask, a giant gray squirrel pet, and a giant scarecrow statue. And look, we have prizes. Those prizes, we have to do a little quite matchup because the prize script isn't updated. So the list of winners is correct, but we have to match up those prizes to the actual prize list in the doc.
Well, here, shall I mention the character and you can mention the prize?
Yes, you can say the character name, and then I'll say what they want.
All right. So, Dark Star, what has Crendel won?
Crendel won a puzzle tree cloak.
That is fantastic, and congratulations, Crendel. You know who another winner is? The next winner is Savio Vehemens.
Savio Vehemens won an ornate elven longbow.
Cool. Oh, that's great. And Anzar Batorn. What did Anzar Batorn do?
Anzor Batorn won a Reaper sapling pet.
Oh, actually, I would like one of those. I wonder if I can steal one of those somehow. But yes, Anzor enjoyed that. That's actually a really cool one. I love those. And Kevin Mack, you too are a winner.
Kevin Mack won the ornate elven planting bed set.
All right, Kevin, enjoyed that. And our final big winner is Venusada.
Venusada wins the Elven Tree Townhome.
Excellent. Venusada. Excellent. Fantastic. Well, that's round one of the prizing, getting started right off the bat. That's a cool way to start the night.
Yes.
And, back to you, Star.
All right. And remember, so one of the things I mentioned is that to be eligible for the prizes, you can make a purchase in the web store to buy crowns, for example, and you can spend those crowns in the crown shop. And there's some fun stuff in the crown shop this week. We got some blackbird decorations, so similar to the butterflies and insect decorations. Now you have blackbirds. Sadly, even though this decoration is full of blackbirds, you can't bake 20 of them into a pie. So
do they sing in the dead of night?
They do not. Well, actually, they do. They do not. No, they do not. You got my reference though, so thank you. And we also added a new feature, town teleporters. So player-owned town owners can place 3 new town teleporters that connect their player-owned town to an NPC town, and the first 3 of those teleporters connect players to Tartarus, Owl's Head, and Central Brittany. And there's a new round of vault items that are autumn themed, including the autumn fairy dress, the autumn leaf wings, the autumn leaf crown, the pilgrim bonnet and pilgrim hat, the original cornucopia, the elven townhome, the red tufted squirrel pet, and the original very first turkey we ever made. So those are fun autumn themed items that are in the vault for the next couple of weeks. So check them out while they're here. And a reminder,
out of the vault for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, there's a few things that are expiring today. So today is the last chance to get all of the spooky seasonal recurring items. So that includes the undead specimen bats, all the giant statues with portal entrances. That's like the giant lich, giant grim reaper statue, the ornate scythe, the dead tree with spider webs, the Day of the Dead mask, the spooky emotes, the spider web cloaks, the ornate spider legs, and the zombie pets. So all of those items will be going away until next year, when they'll come back again for the spooky
holiday season.
So check those out. They'll go away after today. And we got a bunch of cool stuff that we're going to show you guys today. We're going to show off some of the new content we did in Despair and Tartarus. And then we're going to have a lava fishing contest. And maybe if there's time, we're going to show off some of the LUA work that Chris has been working on. And that's it for me. And I think, Chris, I was going to hand it off to you, but do you have to go pick up a little one, or do you have time to do your little blurb?
Quick, and I need to. I gotta do something here. I just realized the client I ran, I'm gonna die. I ran the non-GM client, so I can't cheat and kill this thing, or escape, or teleport out, or do anything.
That'll teach you.
But anyways, let me jump over and do my part here. Where's my part? Let's
As you
see.
die.
I'm still alive. Thank you, Star. I am Chris Spears, aka Atos, and I am the technical director on Shroud of the Avatar. My role is to lead the programming staff. Did somebody save me?
Let's see. I'm watching it. It's with the delay. I think I got you in time.
Yeah, I think you got me. But I'm also the designer on the combat system, involved in the design of many other aspects of the game. R71, I did a lot of streaming. I worked on shipping some boxes. We have all the parts we need. We actually have a CS person who's going to start shipping boxes. I'm supposed to start or get them starting this weekend now because they've been down with the flu, and I did not want to go over and talk to them until they were done with the flu. But LUA integration is done. I will be showing it off later, and I have lots more to say, but you guys know I'll blabber all through the script, and you may be able to hear an alarm going off in the background, so I will have to run now and leave it to these guys. Leaving the instance in 30 seconds. What?
A friendly reminder to not touch the puzzle in Boreas or Oracle Colossus.
Lower my mic, lower my mic, lower my mic.
No, your mic's fine.
Put your mic
Well,
down.
to us.
I agree, you're fine.
Well, to us, we don't know what it sounds like on Twitch.
Oh, well, that's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
point.
Good point.
Yeah,
That.
sounds great to us, but
La 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 la.
we are not the Twitch.
La 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 la. Yeah, see, it's this. I've got a microphone over here. This is the microphone that goes to those guys. So, all right, I've got to run get a baby. I will see you guys in a few minutes. You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll maximize your screen here.
And by the way, your youngster probably wouldn't like to be called a baby anymore. She's a big girl.
I was thinking
My
that.
baby forever.
Yeah.
She is
Yeah,
my baby.
My list of nicknames, I'm not allowed to use any of them anymore. I was down to like 3, and I had to remember now, and just none.
All right,
Yeah,
so
we
I've
had to stop calling it a babysitter, and it's now we call it a sparkle sitter.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna kill some time while Chris goes and rescues his little one.
Actually, it says 9 minutes ETA on my thing there. I covered up so my address is on there, but I've got a phone app that shows the bus, so I've got a few minutes left.
Okay. All right. Well, reminder. Next up, we're gonna be looking at Tartarus and Despair. Some of the updates we did in Release 71. Speaking of that. Release 71, if you have not played it, has lots of cool content, so you should check it out. We did a bunch of polish and new content for Tartarus. We did some polish on Despair, so our 2 newest dungeons that we added got a bunch of work done on them, so you should check those out. And then decoration palette that got added, so a great addition to home decoration, so that helps out a lot. Gold and silver scrap are added to the game. We made an improvement to batch crafting. So previously, when there was a failure during batch crafting, all of those items got sent back into your inventory, and so even if you had a bunch of items carefully and meticulously organized in your inventory, like in separate containers and things like that, all of that just sort of got mass thrown back into it. But now that has been changed so that if there's a failure in batch crafting, all those items stay on the crafting station. We did some first pass on balancing the economy versus agriculture. So we still had some pricing on some items on NPC merchants that was based on ingredients that were on those NPC merchants before we even had the ability to make those items in agriculture. So we did a first pass on adjusting those prices so they were better balanced versus what players can now make. So that's a better economy issue now. Then we also made it so the wyverns now generate the art needed for making trophy heads out of them. So you can have a trophy head from slaying wyverns. And the winter holiday items, recurring items, have returned. We've got the Release 71 reward program items, which are all fall themed, including the extremely giant scarecrow. If you haven't seen it, it is epic. I think it's like 3 stories tall. It's ridiculous, but awesome. Ridiculous in an awesome way. And a giant squirrel pet, because who doesn't want a giant squirrel? I think the immediate request when players saw it is that they wanted a version with armor on it, because that's a really good use. I think that came up in our Q&A last week, is that players really wanted a armored version of it because that would be a good use of our time. So, and then we did performance improvements, and I think the initial data shows that the performance improvements that we did in Release 71 have resulted in an average 10% performance improvement across the board. So that's a pretty significant change to performance on average for players. So that seems to be a good path for us to follow as some of the performance changes we made there. So we're going to keep working on that. Some bug fixes, etc. So Release 71, lots of cool stuff. If you haven't checked it out, you should log in and play. And then we've got lots of other cool stuff coming up in 2020 and even the end of this year still, even though we've only got 2 more releases this year. We're just going to try and pull some of the stuff that we've got planned in 2020 in for the end of this year, including LUA integration, multiple phases. In fact, LUA integration, we think phase 1 is going to come in next release, even for Release 72. Player game masters, polish for player vendors, expanding the trophy system to include agriculture, so giant pumpkins, and including trophy data for trophy heads. So when you slay a wolf, we'll add that trophy data just like we have on fish, so that you'll know when you slayed the wolf, like, and have who slayed it, etc. So there could be hunting contests, property rating system, so players will be able to rate each other's properties. And don't worry, it's only going to be a thumbs up system. It's so you don't have to worry about like getting downvoted, because we know that would be abused. More creatures, more bosses, more tamables. And in fact, the top tier tamables that we've been adding have been such a hit that the next ones that we're targeting are making it so that nightmares and unicorns can be tameable, and that we're hoping at least by Release 73 that we have nightmares and unicorns being tameable. So we'll see. More skills, a new customer service team member so we can finally start knocking down that customer service queue. And we're sorry that has been building up and not getting responses, but we're going to tackle that, we promise. Cross promotions with other like-minded projects like Crowfall and Pantheon. And then, of course, we've got episode 2. Hopefully next.
Wait, I didn't hear the cannibalism in there.
Oh, right. Sure.
Top men.
Man, you guys have been yanking me around on this cannibalism thing for years.
Yeah, top men are working on that.
I support your cannibalism fascination.
I'm telling you, man. Our community
put it in barbarians.
It would triple if we put in cannibalism. I'm just saying.
Yeah, top men and women working on it right now. Absolutely.
Okay, episode 2 then. Go on.
Fret not. All right. So, and then of course there's episode 2 coming. So that's going to have a new landmass. That's we've already started work on. That list has some initial work on that. Maybe next live stream we can start giving a sneak peek of. It's not quite ready for prime time, and maybe even in beginning of first thing next year, we'll be able to let people start running around on it, but maybe sooner if we can. And then a full revamp of the quest and journal system with an open source scripting language called Inky. That is also going to be the scripting language that we're going to let you, the players, use for customizing your NPCs. So that's going to let you write your own quests. So we're very, very excited by that. And we hope to get an initial phase of that out at the beginning of the year, if not something, maybe even by the end of the year. So we're excited by that as well. Theater system, treasure hunting with treasure maps, which everyone seems to have loved that system in Ultima Online. So we're hoping that we get something similar to that, something that players will love as much as they loved it in UO. Then something we've been wanting to do for a long time is having item affinity and reputation. So having the Sword of Skeleton Slaying, that power gets earned as you use it. So, if you use that sword against skeletons, it earns that power. Not only does it get a title, but it gets a bonus against the skeletons. So, and then expansions to the taming system, including more leveling for tamed creatures, more skills for those tamed creatures, more customization for those creatures, and then most importantly, a devoted hotbar just for pet skills that you as the pet owners get to trigger during combat. So that'll make it a lot more active use during combat for you, the tamer. So we're pretty excited by that. So lots of exciting stuff coming up in 2020, and you'll get to start. Hopefully, you're going to get to see some of that very soon, like end of this year, beginning of next year, like the LUA integration. And Chris was showing that off in the pre-show. If we have time, we'll show it a little bit right now. During this stream. If not, it'll definitely be next stream. But we're definitely trying to get the first phase of LUA integration out as soon as the next release. So, and that's going to it's a scripting language that's going to let you do things like get data feeds from the game. So you'll be able to see what things are happening in the game. Chris is going to explain it a lot better than me. But eventually it'll even let you do things like have custom interface.
The thing I'm excited about that, by the way, if I can just interject there, Star, is the fact that it will it can read basically any of the data that's already on your client. It can't go back to the server because that would let people spam the server. But anything that's already available to your client can be read out. And that means you can do things like the thing I'm excited about is quests where, you can detect what the person has. And so you'll be, I think that the combination of the scripting language for NPCs is coming, and this other stuff that can run on the client. It's just gonna make anyway. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool, man. Finally delivering on some of these things we really wanted to sometime back, to where players will be able to really make mods to the game that are really excellent.
Yep. And just some reminders of projects to support. So we have a player newspaper now. So it's very exciting. The Avatar Express. If you go to the avatar.express, they are doing a fantastic job. So check it out. They've been writing articles nonstop about the game. It has been amazing. They're doing a fantastic job. Check them out. And Crowfall and Pantheon, both like-minded projects, both started on Kickstarter, both doing amazing work. We're going to start doing a lot more active cross promotions between those two projects, so we're excited to be working with them. This is your monthly reminder about looking for group. If you are having an event, start at looking for group. Alt F is your friend. If you're out adventuring and you're looking for people to do it, looking for group is your friend. Alt F, use it, please. Reminder, there are sales every day in the Crown Shop. Check the shop every day because there's something on sale. And a reminder, log in during the month of November to get your turkey statue. Because who doesn't love turkeys? And trivia, that almost was our national bird. That's what Benjamin Franklin wanted. So, and your Release 71 exclusive rewards are autumn themed, scarecrow mask, a giant gray squirrel pet, a giant scarecrow statue. All you have to do is join the rewards program.
And I want to jump in and say something that I gave somebody a timeout on chat before. I didn't see all of what they said. I saw some people were angry at him, and he was kind of being harsh to some people. That is absolutely the type of stuff I want to hear, but don't do it on our monthly chat when we have Richard time and Star time and Keith and Travis and all that. Save that for my weekly streams. Get on my weekly stream. I'll gladly talk to you about that stuff. Just don't jump into a stream when we have lots of very important people on our stream with us and do that. So anyways, that's why.
Very important people. We ain't got none of them.
Well, Keith's here. Travis was here.
Oh, okay. The Keith's here. Okay, there you go.
All right.
And Gibbs is in chat too, by the way.
All right. And we're due for another prize drawing, please.
All right.
Huzzah! Huzzah! The prizing.
Star, did you forget to, do something with your face? Is there?
Oh yeah, it's Movember, by the way. So I am growing another mustache, and if people would like to contribute, they can go to my Movember profile and contribute. It shows a 0 because I accidentally created a fundraiser on Facebook and not through my Movember page, so it doesn't show the money I've raised so far. But yes.
And just so people know, the wife has prohibited me from ever growing a mustache again, especially for Movember, because it always falls basically by the time I get to Thanksgiving, we're supposed to be doing our family pictures for Christmas. I always look like a homeless person, and so she doesn't let me do that. But I am doing it. I am doing 5 miles per day. I am currently 2 miles behind, but I'm doing a 5-mile Movember. But you're getting way more donations than me, Star. So apparently, growing the hideous mustache thing is working better.
Wow.
Star's mustaches are stylish.
Want me to read the names, Star, and you can give out the prizes? Was that a yes?
Oh, sorry, I had muted because I was typing. Yes.
All right, here we go. The first prize goes to Ashen. Ashen, what did you win, Ashen? What did he win or she win? What did Ashen win?
Puzzle Tree Cloak.
Congratulations, Ashen. The next winner is G. What did she
Elvin
win?
Longbow.
Excellent. Oh, and the next really fun name to say is Zizix. What does Zizix win?
Zizix won a Reaper sapling pet.
Very good. And then the all-infamous, famous name, Hawkwind. What did Hawkwind win?
Ornate Elven planting bed set.
Excellent. And our final prize of this cycle goes to Fana Insol. Fana Insol. What did Fana win?
I think there's Fana Insol. It's got to be something else. No, I'm trying to figure out if it's something backwards. Fana Insol won the Elven Tree Townhome, the big prize.
Excellent. Elven Tree Townhome, one of my favorites.
All right. So, let's show off the updates to Tartarus and Despair.
Okay. And I'm getting a lot of people yelling at me to show off the LUA stuff again, but I will jump over. So, again, this was just a polish release for Tartarus. For those who don't know, that's kind of my experiment map, but also it's become pretty popular with players, even though I think I created the majority of it on stream, and they got to see me create it. But it's kind of been my experiment map as I try to figure out a few things. It is dark. Can you tell?
Yeah, dark dungeons.
Not all of it's super dark, but
Too dark.
too dark.
That's better.
Well, this is with the light on. The light spell adds...
Chris, they're saying they can barely hear you.
They can barely hear me? Is that true? La la la. How about now?
Lower your mic. Lower your mic.
Oh, you know what?
Lower your mic.
It may have switched to my mic, to that mic.
Oh, weird.
When I was doing... oh, you know what? I may have switched things around when I was doing my Fizzle interview.
All right. Sounds like you sound good now.
Okay. Yes, that may be... It actually may be on this mic. I never keep it on this mic. I always have it on this mic. But yeah, I got online, did a 2-hour interview with Zol. Pardon me, not Fizzle.
But we're just lower than the rest, I guess, is the problem. So your mic and your desktop might not be the same? I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, so this has kind of been my experiment dungeon. I think most people have seen this. It got a little more love this release. Obviously, some people are playing it right now because I see some skeletons hanging around, and that's probably what makes the skeletons there. Those guys right there, they're walking that way. Oh, I'm GM Ghost. I don't have to fear them. But anyways, again, it's kind of some old school play mechanics that I think players like. This part is that one of the parts I added is just a big old maze. It's got a bunch of wanderers in it. It's got a control point in the middle of it, and just as a pro tip, if you see a light, that means it's one of the high tier guys. The high tier guys have an extra light on them, and that is primarily so you can spot them. Maxine, I'm streaming. But you can see them from a ways away if you have your camera in the right spot, or if you go to the middle point, because of course it has the thing in the middle. But anyways, this got some more polish this release. The other thing that got some love is the PvP section was not functioning, and basically trying to include it in a non-PvP area was causing some problems. And so this release, it actually was broken out into its own PvP map.
Chris, can you bring your, I guess your red mic up to your mouth a little bit more, or get a little closer? Some of the chat people saying you're still low.
Okay, let me turn it up this way. There, how about that? I turned up my slider on it. How about now?
That's better. There you go. Good.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, my slider was down. Again, I messed with my mic settings recently to do an interview with Zol. Which, again, if you also want to get me on your live stream or whatever and grill me for 2 hours like Sol did, just let me know. But anyways, this is the PvP section. Again, as I show this, I've probably shown this a few times, but there's a bunch of stuff in it that's now working. But this was set up, if you look at it, the other one was set up to be more of a maze. This one was set up to be more PvP friendly, with chase zones and long runs, and even built a channel that goes around the inside part and kind of broken into. So it's less mazy, far more PvP friendly. And also includes a control point battle at the middle, which got mostly done. The thing I've not done is turn back on the perks, but that's something that's going to happen in this, hopefully in this next release, is I'll turn the perks back on. For those who don't know, that is like the chest. There's supposed to be some chest that is actually the reason why it's worth coming to do the PvP one versus the PvE one. because the PvP one adds a bunch of danger, obviously, because it's PvP. But that's kind of, again, this is going to be a trade-off map where this map is going to get some love. And let me turn off Hideous Night Vision. This map is going to be a trade-off map where Travis is going to come give it a little visual love just because it is pretty empty and plain.
I like the layout, looks cool.
Yeah, that's as usual. My layout's good. My content is good. It needs more polish than my visuals are hideous.
Not hideous. Little love.
Let me see if the other client is still up. And while I have the floor, how long did we set aside for tours of things?
We have another...
oh, we got tons
40,
of time till
40
40
minutes.
minutes. Okay, yeah, tons of time.
Yeah, we have tons of time.
Okay, well, we're up to 200 people, 200 viewers here, so I'm going to do something different here, and I think I'll probably... Well, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to make this work. Okay, I think I can make this work. Hold on. Whoops, I just covered you guys up. I'm going to show off some of the LUA stuff real quick while I have the mic.
What is LUA, Chris?
Yeah, a lot of people have been asking, and I was waiting until you got back to...
Hold on. No, that's not what I want.
Why should I care about LUA?
Hold on. There we go. Oh, whoops. All right, now I've really done something horrible. Hold on, give me 1 minute here. I'm getting there. Pro streamers, pro streaming.
This is super entertaining.
Hold on.
You got overlapping screens there. I don't know if you noticed
I
that.
know.
It's Inception.
Is it helping that we're commenting on that stuff?
Let's see. Window,
You're doing great, man.
browser, media. Where's that thing? I think that's it. Is it
So
window
good.
capture?
Here, while you're doing that, I'll remind some people of some other things.
That's not
How's that?
Let's do that.
Yeah. Talk for a minute. I'm almost got this worked out. I'm trying to keep you guys on screen and...
Don't
There
worry
we
about
go.
keeping us on.
Got it. Nailed it. Pro streaming. So I can look at the mic, or the camera for a minute here. So this is something that a few other games have had for a while, and it's incredibly powerful in terms of giving a lot of control to the players. It's something I've been talking about for a while and saying, you know what, we should really do whatever. We should really add in LUA because it will unlock a lot of stuff for you. So guess what I did? I added in LUA. I told you guys I was going to get it in by the end of the year, but I spent a few long nights. Oh, and I missed a bunch of people there. Thank you, Catherine Rose. Thank you, Z of Silverdale. Thank you. I can't see the guy who's got his name covered up there, but thank you, oh Lord British Rules, and Z of Silverdale, and Vol Girl, and all the other people. But anyways, but I went and I added in LUA for you guys, and Snugsy one. But I added in LUA scripting, so you guys can do some LUA scripting. I set it up so it can hook into, it'll load a bootstrap LUA file to start off with, but I can set it up to load other stuff, and I'm gonna be adding a few more command line options to it. Not command line, but in game. So this is actually, if I can get this all set up right here, this is, you look at the window down here, you can see you have a new filter for your chat, so you can have your, you know, party or zone or local or NPC or whatever, loot, whisper. Also, you can have emote or LUA. So LUA, this is output. Stuff that goes here is output that is coming from a LUA script. So you can write scripts that can output, that can run code and output stuff to that window. You can also, if you see on my screen right in here, you will see stat name : combat health regen equals 0. I know that's very exciting, but the reason that actually should be exciting is this is coming from script here, where I could change this to that to 17 and that to 17, and hit save. Come back over here and do a LUA. You can't see that window. Hold on, let me do it over in this one. Do a LUA reload, which will force a reload of the boot script. But again, I'll be adding in some more. But doing that, you can now see up here, stat name, damage resistance equals 3. I know, that's super exciting, right, guys? So that actually should be pretty exciting, because the other things that come along with it is you have functions where you can get a call per update. So every frame you can get a call to it. There's going to be another one that I'm going to make that'll be a tick, just to make your lives a little easier, where it'll give you an update once a second. The thing you're looking at that's drawing the stuff on screen is this line right there that just sets the X and Y coordinates and width and height of the window that's going to draw to. And then here's the formatting string, stat name, get stat by number. And then the 17 is just a the number. I just picked that by random. Again, you can also do, there's a get stat by number. There's also a get stat count, so you can actually go through and iterate over the stats if you want to print them all out. You can print them to your console, you can print them to a text file, you can print them to your own stats server that you have somewhere on the internet. What you do with it is up to you guys, but again, you'll be able to, coming soon will be the hookup for the buttons. There'll be lots of other hookups. Oh, this is a really important one here, this handle console thing. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is all hooked up now. So this handle console, if you look at this text window right there, if I say, you suck, Travis. Now that was, you notice you don't see the you suck, Travis over here, because that doesn't have the, that's not filtering. Oh, wait, oh, that's, I'm saying it to universe. That's why I'm not seeing it. Okay.
Really?
Local. You suck, Sanyo.
Okay.
There we go. So you can see over here, you get the Atos you suck, so that's showing that stuff. But what you can also get is it will echo to output. So it actually echoes to this function that you're seeing right here, this handle console, that will tell you the type of message, who said it, and what the message is. So I have this hooked right now, so when it gets a message, it gets an input. Well, you can ignore that part. And comment that out, and comment that out. Comment that out. But this is the one that you should care about right there, which is the, it catches the console call, so it gets a string of somebody said something. Now you could also do logic on this. You could search for words, or only handle if it's your guild and write it to a log, or whatever you want to do with it. You can also do something to build a history, because this will actually keep have a you can either write it out locally for history, or you can write it out, just keep it in memory for history that'll last the play session. But again, this will let you see things like track who the player is, what the message is, and do whatever you want to with it. Now, this doesn't just go for whispers or local chat or whatever. You can also filter it based on combat. So then you get into the point where you, as I mentioned earlier, you could do something like your guild could have a DPS once somebody writes a single LUA function that they hand out to their guild. Give them their updated bootstrap LUA file, or whatever LUA file they want, and they can have it so it submits it to their own server. I know 95% of you will be saying, what? And then there are 5% of you, probably like Apple Rust and a few others, who are bouncing up and down in their chairs with excitement that that they have this ability. Because again, this will let them write stuff, they can formalize stuff, they can do things like, again, as soon as I make it so you can also interrogate, for instance, your vendor. Then you will be able to go to your vendor and have it like read all the pieces on your vendor and output those to a server or wherever you want to. My goal is to have that so you can output it to a CSV file, which you can just open in Excel or Google spreadsheets or whatever you want to, again, to simplify your vendor work. You can also do it so you can share stuff with your guild or whoever you want to, where you go and, go to different vendors, and anytime you open a vendor, it's spamming that out. So again, it's super powerful. I'm only like scratching the surface of even just what this little bit of code will allow you to do. But this is something that's going in, not like end of year. This is going in the QA build that is uploading right now, that it will have this available to you. I have to get you the names of the functions. I've got a lot more work to do, and I've got to do a lot more exception checking and handling of stuff like error in your text file or error in your LUA file. But again, this is going to be super powerful for you guys. It'll enable a ton of stuff. And as Applerus said, you could do most of what he said with the log file, but this will make it easier. And that's true. You could read the log file. That was also one of those things, though, that this will be more performant and it will be a lot simpler for people to handle. And again, the fact that you can then take that same input. For instance, you could just have Lua output here, like mute everything except your Lua output, handle all of the other inputs through Lua, and then based on how you want to handle them, have your Lua output be the only output you have. And you could be like echoing your whispers here and like filter out certain people, or, prepend it. I'm going to get some color coding stuff in for you. The color coding is actually in there now. I just have to get you the formatting string so you know how to color code things. But again, super powerful, coming to you tonight on QA. And Merrick Dragon, could we run to each vendor and develop a database of vendor items? If you can get people who cooperate, then that is one of those things that is doable. This is, again, it was possible before. It's just now much more convenient. But coming to you soon, there's going to be a lot more stuff. I'll continue adding features and functions to it. The thing that's important to note, if you're sitting there saying, so-and-so is going to write a bot to spam the guild chat or whatever. This is local editing and data only. So it can't even, at this point, it's not going to be able to query the server. It's just echoing whatever your local client data version has. That is because I do not want to enable you guys to screw yourself by hammering the server to the point that the server cuts you off. And obviously do not want to have everybody hitting the server 100 times a second, having to figure out whether or not we should cut you off or not. But it also will not allow you to execute commands. This will not be your new bot scripting language. That is something that's going to be coming, but that is also part of why I have to do some more work to enable things, is because I need to make sure that you guys can't write your own bots. You guys can't write your, run this script and it plays the game for me stuff. That will be coming. That's phase 3. Phase 2 may actually happen when phase 1 was supposed to happen, which will be to give you guys the ability to do some UI stuff on screen, give you buttons, give you the ability to load graphics and visuals and that type of stuff in addition to just doing text. You'll already be able to do text. I know this text is static here, but this gets updated constantly. That could be text that you're editing, changing on the fly. And simple stuff, once I have this, get a few more things done. Again, your local client will know the health of your party members. So again, this as soon as I have it so you can query party member health or check your party member health, you'll be able to do stuff like write something that flashes big junk on the screen anytime somebody in your party member is about to die or something. So it gives you a lot of different powerful things that, again, I'm more worried about how much you're going to be able to do, not how little you're going to be able to do with it. So keep your eyes and ears open. Again, Applerus is in chat, and I'm sure he'll be one of the first people to hit it up. He's going to be integrating some of this stuff. He is already doing a lot of this stuff, but he's doing it through Soda Chat, so he's going to be probably doing even more now. Question, will the toolbar issue get fixed before then? That has been, I will make sure that gets fixed this release. If it does not get fixed by Wizard Smoke, again, I think we've got some miscommunications on what the actual problem is, but I will fix it myself. But anyways.
Cool stuff.
There you go.
Awesome.
Again, more coming, and you can expect each patch. You'll see one of those line items will start showing up is added get party member health function. You know, that type of stuff will start showing up. So it'll be, I'll keep unlocking things as I feel safe about doing it and opening up more power to you. And some of those things are things that couldn't be done before that you'll be able to do now. So anyways.
Awesome. So let's check out Despair, some of the polish that got done to Despair.
Where's Travis?
Well, Keith did a bunch of that work. So
Oh, okay.
that's why he's here.
Yeah, we can go there. So in Despair, Travis had done the basic structure and spawning and stuff like that. I did some little bits of assistance while he was working on it before it went live. But then after it went live, there were still some things he had wanted, in particular like special doors and wave battle situations. So I hooked those up for him. So when we get to Despair, there's a bunch of things. I was hoping Travis was going to be able to be here and talk about the locations, but he's got a document. We'll open that up.
What is that sound?
It's not me.
Hears that? Does no one else hear the screeching?
That's, way outside my... I don't know how the mic hears that.
Oh, your mic is great.
Travis is back.
Travis back. By the way, thank you, Snugsy1. Thank you, Snugsy1. Thank you, Snugsy1. And thank you, Stymie LLTS.
Yeah, to make sure somebody was picking Zeke up. There, we're good. Happy Friday. I saw somebody's comment that I really liked that their ship is going to have some salty talking wenches. That's what they're using this new tool for.
Since Stymie's there. Stymie, it's so close. I nearly had the Syndicate reward lamp done. One, I'm going to make it aim higher, but do you see a small problem with it? Just a little problem?
Oh, what's going on there?
It's upside down. I can deliver those now, though, and once they are delivered, then they'll just magically up or fix themselves in the next patch.
Do you need a guide through here? I'm currently sitting at the puzzle, letting people into Boreas Colossus.
Well, Keith can walk me through. Of course, he's going to be on a little video delay there, but Keith, tell me what to do.
Before we go on, I want to mention that my dog has some recent medical issues, so if I need to just like run away real fast, it's because of I need to help him.
All right, sounds good.
So we did a few things. Let me see. Maybe I'll just give you these coordinates, and you can sort of like zip to them, and then I'll figure out which is which. So in our chat here, I'm just gonna paste them like one at a time. So this area is where the warp spider is.
All right.
The spider was already there.
Remember, some of those, if you teleport to someone's points, you miss the, especially that automaton, you're going to miss the trigger volume.
Yeah. So you're on the outside of the gate, which is fine. And so that gate where you're on the top level here, that gate it has to be opened by killing a spider. Actually, in the upper area, you want to get to the lower area. So if you turn 180 from the gate and just like run until you fall off the cliff.
Okay, doing it. I didn't fall off the cliff. I'm going down some steps.
Oh, you can go down steps. But if you go off the cliff, you'll fall, there's some water down there.
Okay.
You go to the right.
Yeah, once you hit the water, you turn it right, and you'll see like a little floor line.
Your other right?
Yeah, your military right.
Yeah. Nope.
This,
Well,
you keep
wrong
going left.
water.
I don't know.
I'll join.
Atos still has to learn his right from his left.
But you guys are talking in delay, so you say right, and I don't know how long ago that right was, and I've already
It's
turned
true,
left.
yeah.
So that water is sort of like a U shape, and you're at the top right of the U. You want to like, you'll follow that.
That water doesn't connect to the other water, does it?
I don't know.
It does not.
Chris
as
doesn't
far as-
know.
Yeah, it does not know, or it does not connect.
There is a vine to get out of there. I'm on
Okay.
the way. Yeah, sorry. That's kind of like Chris was like, take some screenshots of Tartarus, and I do not know my way around Tartarus, so this is the equivalent of that.
There you go.
Don't make me mess you up, Spider. These guys are pretty tough.
So those spiders now, it's a little bit different than it was before. There were a lot of small spiders, and was it like 2 big ones? Now it's a little bit different. Now you kill several of the smaller spiders, and then with smaller spiders still sticking around, the big spider comes up, and that's important because the big spider, I guess, draws power from the smaller spiders. And then when you, I think you're not in the area yet where this is, or unless Travis corrects me. I'm not as familiar with the setup as Travis is. I'm just his gimmick monkey.
Awesome stuff work, monkey.
So when you kill the main spider, then basically the wave battle stops. All the small spiders stop as well, and the door up top, like that gate that we were at, that'll open.
Wait, I need to maximize my window. I'm playing in a little window. Oh, no, where's he going? Come this way, Atos.
So I think the area you're at, you're on the sort of like middle platforms area with the dragons. Like I don't think it's there at all. You need to hit the water. Yeah, you need to squeeze through that tunnel. There you go.
So yeah, there's a wave battle here, right, Sanya? Which I need to add more landmass to.
Yeah.
I made a note of that because it's...
I'll mention that I'll call some of these things a wave battle, but the players may not see it as a wave battle. So to me, behind the scenes, mechanics-wise, I sort of structure a certain way, but there's overlap in some of these waves and the way I set it up. Like I said, the smaller spiders first. When you kill the small spiders continue, and then the big guy shows up. So to me, that's a wave battle. You might not see it that way. So don't get hung up on the word waves.
Right. This one has 1 wave.
It's
2 waves.
sort of like a wave and a half, I guess, because the first wave just keeps going until the second wave is dead. The second wave is the boss.
All right, follow me. We killed the warp spiders. Now the gate is open.
Yeah, and you got a limited time. When the spider comes back, the gate will close.
He's doing shadow puppets, which
Oh,
is cool.
oh, that way.
So in almost all cases, I think Travis pointed out one to me that we didn't do this. Travis, make a JIRA for me.
Do I go up that vine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So in almost all cases, once you're past that blocked gate or whatever, like in this case, there's literally a gate. Once you're past it, there's probably a switch on the other side. It's for the cases where someone who might be on the other side, if something goes horribly wrong, you're sort of trapped there. I don't want you trapped there. I want you to be able to sort of back up. So I think there was one case when I slipped up and I missed that inner switch.
Yeah, just one. I'll write it up.
Yeah, it should be just like an inner switch, something pretty basic. It should be automatic or an obvious switch, and it shouldn't be like a wave battle on the inside as well.
Hey, hero.
Chiming in.
How you feeling, dude?
He seems a lot better today.
So yeah, if you're down in that fight and you want to like take the time to loot all those guys, you can just set somebody ahead of the fight, and there's a switch on this wall. So as long as they're past the gate, they can just sit here and they can reopen it for you.
There's a couple tiny little things I tweaked as well. Not these zombies, but the zombies on a big long ramp deeper in that the path was too long, so they wouldn't do their full activity. So I split that up in half. So some players who might have seen some like a little odd behavior from some of the zombies, maybe that's smoothed out at this point. What is this one? Oh, okay. This is also kind of a wave battle. When you'll fight the guys around the platform and on the center platform, which is connected by a little bridge. When you kill them, you'll get was it liches in the center?
Mm-hmm.
Tougher liches. Obviously there's liches already, but you'll get tougher liches. Excuse me one second.
And there he did, just exactly like he said he would.
And this is a good time to remind people that the lava fishing contest in Oracle Colossus starts in 17 minutes.
Woohoo!
If you don't know how to solve the puzzle to open the gate, when we're done with this, I'll head over there and I'll keep the gate open.
Yeah, and also you can whisper one of the devs that's online, and they can summon you.
Yeah, we'll stop this a little bit early so we can get over there.
Yeah, my dog is doing good, but I'm worried he's going to cut me off right in the middle of something. He had an operation. Some of the devs know, but he had an operation that was took him out of commission for a while, but he's recovering, finally recovering well. But that means sometimes he's got to go. He's got to go.
Looting. Yeah, I think the E to AE loot may be the most popular thing we did this whole release.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm glad we put that in the release notes.
All right, where are we jumping to now? Or running to, Travis?
I don't know if you're trying to say something, Chris, but you were muted.
Oh, he's looting. He's looking. He's checking out
Star.
the looting.
I was trying not to say something.
Oh.
I'm looting.
So
We're rolling.
did we add an area of effect loot function to the game?
Yeah.
When did that happen, Chris?
Hey, I actually followed procedure. I made the Jira. For those who don't know, I am famous for just doing stuff and not putting Jira in it.
What?
Yeah, I know. But I actually made a Jira, and one and only fixed it and changed it. So I don't know why I didn't make the patch notes. Probably because I didn't add it, but I did do the Jira part.
So when did that go in?
Last release, this release, somewhere.
So release 71, it went in when release 71 went live.
Yeah, when I didn't
It
update
wasn't
the
a
patch
patch
notes.
that actually went in when the release 71 went live.
I thought so, wasn't it? Oh man, I don't remember. It all blurs together. If I think players who see my Twitter now see that like every day I'm doing some type of build or QA build or something.
So I can jump in and point out that this is the ramp what I was talking about before, where the zombies, the path was too long. So the zombies at the bottom, they weren't activated because you were out of their range, and you kind of need to be close enough to an NPC for them to start doing their pathing or whatever. So I split that up. And anyway, when normally there's a door here, or now there's a door here, and you can see you just passing the door threshold. When you killed those liches up top, that door slid up, and now you're able to go in. I didn't do anything in this room, right, Travis? I didn't touch the dragon.
This room's the same.
So I'm gonna guess. So I don't think people are just like living in here like they are in some of the other scenes. My guess is gonna be that you need some unique loot for in here.
Yeah, we do.
How about if I get that for next release?
Yeah, that'd be great. There's also a big change that I did see a big uptick in people playing in here was we had it set to party only, so you couldn't
Oh,
come
that's
like do
right.
a raid or join other people. So that is a new thing with Despair. If you've been trying to do that and like, hey, I can only join private party mode, not like other dungeons. No longer the case. So I've seen a lot more people in here streaming and such since we switched that. That was just a checkbox that I didn't realize like no one's in here, but that made a big difference.
Yeah. It's important for some of the smaller dungeons, I think, but definitely the bigger ones, like
great.
these bigger ones, the more open, the better, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so what's the next area you'll get into, Travis?
Or here we have the...
Oh, okay, this is a big one.
So this was originally inspired by... If you guys have seen Treasure Planet, it's one of my, I think, super underrated Disney movies. Is that Disney?
I don't. But so there's the skinny hallway that you were just looking down. There's a door in there, a vertical sliding door that is normally blocking you. But there's a little guy, it says damaged automaton down there. So if you talk to him, he has some sort of access code request, and if you get the answer right, then he will open the door for you. Or if you get the answer right, then he gives you access, which means you can approach a door and it automatically open.
So originally I had a super difficult number puzzle to solve, and then Keith made an even better one, I think, that we're going to use to make cool puzzles everywhere.
I'm going to admit that I didn't understand Travis's puzzles.
It was hard like with notes and then like describing it via chat.
Yeah, so
I think we did write it down at a Chinese restaurant menu once, but why didn't you remember our napkin note, Keith?
I got it right here.
Do you really?
Yeah. But it was an interesting thing, but the code didn't match up in the way I thought it was supposed to. So I was like, all right, I found a way to like randomize the code. So the code will actually change. There's several codes and the code could change each time the scene comes up brand new. So if you know the code one time, it may not be the same the next time. And the code's actually not that tough. It's just kind of a simple, call it a math solution. But it's kind of neat. Travis was going to make a custom automaton. Hopefully he still does. My poor man's automaton. It's kind of interesting looking, but I don't know. You guys can decide if you like it or not.
I think it's cool, and we can use it for a lot of different things. So somebody's saying that the gate for the first gate was bugged, and I was saying I've done it a lot, and it works, so maybe they took too long. So talk to the automaton there. If you guys remember Treasure Planet, there was, instead of Ben Gunn, it was like a marooned robot that lost his like memory core.
Beast Striker 2 asked, you going to make us do math? Yeah, but it's pretty much everyone should be able to do this math. Also, it's multiple choice, so...
And math puzzles don't need localization as much, which makes them another reason why they're good.
Well, there's still English in there.
Sometimes we make like crazy riddles, and then we realize like, does that even mean anything in German? Or, like, is that a colloquialism? Like...
Yeah, like if you're doing wordplay, like does that hold up at all?
Did he talk? Do you talk to the automaton? Oh, there he goes.
Did it?
Oh, okay.
The chief technical officer succeeded in the math test.
All right. Well, he's a keeper. Wait, come back. So now we can go through this door. Now that you completed the thing. You talk to him, so you come to this door. Oh, I didn't make a tiling. That's my bad. I'll make this door stretch.
So there's special gimmicks in the exit hallways that Chris just went through that he might have actually cleared it off himself. He might have to answer the question again.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So if you get too far from the damaged automaton, the knowledge that you have the proper access code gets cleared. See, there you go.
Slash Gix to you as well, Gix.
And then if you were in here, anyone in here can always exit. You don't need to know the code. Just, going backwards, going from the deeper back to the entrances should always be pretty easy.
This is the gate, Keith, and I'll do the JIRA with the location where if you get past this gate, you can get stuck behind the gate if nobody's
Does the
coming.
gate close or does it stay open?
Yeah, it closes and then there's
Oh,
no
okay,
switch
that's-
on the other side. So.
Sometimes the gates stay open. Sometimes we make a gate, the gate stays open, and we don't really have to worry about the inner switch. But I slipped up on this one. Just a small thing, especially because when you come into this map fresh, you'll always start at the beginning. So it's a self-correcting.
Yeah, I love the changes. I think it's great.
So that door was the one where you have to go up in the balcony to flip the switch? Was that the one?
Yes, sir. So spoilers, but looking for the switch isn't really a puzzle. So here's the switch right here.
I was almost you can decide if you want to, but I was almost going to make it a non-standard switch, maybe like the
A little statue or something.
that spinning spindle or something like that. You know, that the tall
yeah.
column.
I kind of like that. It's like, who installed that? But maybe somebody did for
But maybe there's like some special. I didn't want to get too architecture-y because maybe you had a certain visual style that you wanted in here, and I didn't want to start imposing something that we put in Brittany Sewers into this. Like I didn't want to sort of have people draw a connection that shouldn't be there.
I think a spindle sounds awesome. So then if you complete and you kill all these guys,
And these guys are pretty battle.
a chest appears, which needs unique, cool, despair artifact chances.
There's a door, you know, the gate you can see through, but you can't reach the chest in there.
No matter how
you
small you make yourself.
Yeah, I tried to pay extra attention to seal those walls.
Oh, you did. Yeah, I sat against it. I tried to blink through it, and I tried all
Yeah.
the tricks I would
Yeah,
normally try.
Thankfully, I've learned some lessons.
I do like in the elf room, it's just close enough that you can teleport from like one ledge to the other, so I like that.
Oh, nice, yeah. And I think that was the last of it, right? Was this chest the last of it?
Yes, you added another chest in a elf wave battle, but I think we're
Oh,
almost
yeah.
ready for fishing competition.
Yeah, that
we should-
that chest is exposed, but it resets itself.
Yeah, we should head over to the fishing, and we need to do prizes too. So that's awesome polish. So
Thanks.
Yeah, great job.
great
Keith.
work.
Go
Yeah.
polish my map now.
Okay,
Okay. Give me a
You
list
could
of
create a
things.
JIRA
give us
Yeah.
the
I work on a Jira by Jira.
and make it a
basis.
task, not a bug.
That's what the tool's for. I know how much good that tool does because I've had this cannibalism thing in that Jira thing forever, and
Yeah.
funny how it hasn't gotten done.
Ooh, look, in prizes. We have prizes.
All right, can I do this one again? Can I read out the names? Can I?
Sure.
All right, the first prize is going to Maliki Tessarn. Maliki Tessarn. What did you win? What did they win?
Puzzle Tree Cloak.
Excellent. The next winner is Rodon Sheridan.
Ornate Elven Longbow.
Congratulations on that ornate elven longbow, Rodon Sheridan. The next winner is going to be True Casterson. What did True Casterson win?
Reaper Sapling Pet.
Oh, I want one. Reaper Sapling Pets. Thank you. Go, True, go. And the next winner is Coyote Brucherdane. Brucherdane.
Ornate
Coyote
Elven.
win.
Ornate Elven Planting Bed Set.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. And our big prize of this round is going to go to Wharfgar Lilts.
LLTS.
Okay, LLTS then. Wilts. Wharfgar.
Gets the Elven Tree Townhome.
All right, that's a nice one. But
And
it's
congratulations, all the winners. And we will have 2 more prize drawings, one at 4:30 and one at the very end at 5 o'clock. And reminder, there are 2 ways to be eligible. You can purchase something from our web store, or you can say our not so secret phrase, leaves are falling all around.
In the game.
In the game. In 3 minutes, we will be starting our lava fishing contest in Oracle Colossus. You can whisper one of the devs. I know Atos is online. I'm not sure about List or Sanyo.
Yeah, Sanya's in the scene, Oracle Colossus.
Yeah, I'm sitting at the puzzle.
All right, so List and Sanyo are also there, so you can whisper one of them, or you can teleport there yourself. And Lord British, would you like to give us... Oh, he disappeared.
Oh, no, I'm here. I'm here.
All right. I was going to say, see if you could give us a fishing intro.
Yeah, absolutely. So, well, first of all, yeah. Some of you have heard me say this before because I know the fishing contests are very popular. So I know a lot of you are repeat visitors to fishing. But fishing is very near and dear to our hearts. It's very near to my heart. It has an interesting history that when we first put fishing into Ultima Online, the entire simulation was literally go up to the bank of any water source, cast your line in, 50-50 chance to get a fish. I think it was exactly 50-50. And that instantaneously became phenomenally popular. And it was one of the first places where people would really deeply role play it, and they'd catch their fish and dress like fishermen and go to town and sell their fish, and they just lived the life of a fisherman. And then all this pseudoscience began to build up where people believed that there was more to the simulation. They believed they caught more fish over here instead of over there, and the beliefs were so deep that we would often go back in and recheck the code, and nope, it was just 50-50, you get a fish. And eventually we did double down and make fishing more elaborate, but we were very excited to really do fishing well in this game, knowing that it would be popular, and sure enough it has been, and the team has done a phenomenal job, not only creating all kinds of different kinds of fishing environments, freshwater, fetid water, lava as water, the different kinds of game that you can catch in all those different kinds of watery sources. There really is factors that not only include all of weather and astronomy and hot spots that can go into the fishing, but many more. And it reports the weight and length and other factors associated with these. You can catch trophy versions and make them into things you can hang on your wall. Anyway, fishing is a great success, great fun. Happy to be doing the lava fishing contest with you today. I am going to hide out here because my daughter just arrived. I have to go take care of some things downstairs with the daughter as you guys get started. But I hope to hopefully catch you here and see who the winner is in a little while.
All right.
Enjoy fishing.
Thank you, Lord British. All right, we have 1 minute till the fishing starts, and we will be checking times, so do not cheat. All right. And reminder, month of November, log in to get your free turkey statue to celebrate the autumn. All right, fishing starts now. You may now start fishing here in lava. And reminder, to fish in lava, you need a special lava fishing pole that won't melt, and you will need jewels as bait.
Jewels. Have you seen Freddy Got Fingered, Star?
I have not.
Oh, I think you'd like it.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. Not to be confused with the vape product. But jewels as in the precious.
Right. I don't have in my hand. I'm not doing product placement for.
Yeah, as in the precious jewels that are mined from the earth.
Until I get my cigarette. No, I don't smoke anymore. My jewel.
Yes, Julian Tenpenny. It's too hot to fish in the lava hot tub. Ha!
But that's not the phrase. It is leaves are falling around. But it is too hot in the lava, just in case.
All right, and we have a reminder. There are 4 different water types, and lava is the 4th rarest and most spectacular kind to fish in. And our inspiration for the fish that you can catch in lava were prehistoric. So the rare trophy fish are ammonites, and the rarest ones are, of course, the Dunkleosteus and the Mosasaurus. And a reminder, the largest fish caught last time was a large Mosasaurus caught by Terrestria aquatica, and it was 7.35.
Wow.
Friendly reminder that I'll open the puzzle for you guys. I do know the combination.
Find Atos. He is perched. Where are you perched?
I'm on a hill. Somebody's looks like this Hemswall genus is giving me an ammonite. This will not last long. It is a fish length of 1.
Okay,
It's
that will
even
not
rare.
last long, but
Hemswall genus.
It says his
I
name
do not want
is
your fish.
a riddle, which I still, 4 years later, have not figured out.
all right. So,
All right, gates open. Gates open. Go, go, go.
all right,
If you're
Atos
waiting to get through the gate.
is going to stay in relatively one place. He is on the hillside overlooking the Oracle Colossus. On which side of the bank? You're on the bank closest to the puzzle, I guess?
I'm on the east side, yes.
East side. Okay.
East side represent.
It's the name of the trainer's tribe. I know. I made the puzzle.
I'm on the west side of the lava river.
All right. So, or you can turn into Sanyo, who's on the west side. What's the landmark near you?
There's that land bridge that has like some statues that you can hop across. I'm right next to the end where the land bridge meets the far shore.
Okay. So you could turn into Sanyo or Atos. I mean, you could turn into List, but he's all the way over by the puzzle. So
Yeah.
probably not a good idea.
More time efficient to keep
Oh,
fishing. up.
destroying the previous number here.
Okay.
Oakenhammer has turned in an ammonite fish length 1.01.
Whoa.
Destroying the previous high.
So people are asking if we can summon them down to the lava specifically. So we can
Yeah.
summon a player to a zone, but depending on its flags, they might go to the zone entrance or someone else. So sometimes we can't do that. The gates open.
Also, thank you, Necronut. Thank you, YOLO Salive. Thank you. A bunch of other people I'm trying to see. Oh, I heard a horn.
That's me. Sorry.
Why do you have a horn?
He swallowed a toy car. I need
I have my door open so my dog can go in and out. And when the door's open, you can still hear the stuff when the door's closed somehow, but when the door's open, you can actually hear it better.
All right. While we're waiting for the next
Yeah.
fish,
Lava
I'm just
fish
gonna-
are rare, so
Yeah, they
you
are.
usually have more time. I'll get some entertainment in here for 1 second. Hold on.
Well, okay. Well, I was just gonna go through some news stuff, where you could do that. Could I do some news stuff?
So
do
if
some
you,
new stuff.
if you
Okay.
guys wait at the magical barrier, when the puzzle resets, I'll open it and then you can run on through.
All right, so some new stuff. Release 71, reminder that if you're part of the rewards program, you'll get some awesome autumn-themed rewards, including a scarecrow mask, a giant gray squirrel pet, and the giant scarecrow statue. And if you have not seen that giant scarecrow statue, it is amazing. It's like 3 stories tall. It's insane. It's awesome.
It's scare off griffins or dragons.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's some cool stuff in the Crown shop, including blackbirds, which are very appropriate for the harvest because, they come around during harvest. And it's a placeable decoration, kind of like the butterflies and the insects, but it's a flock of blackbirds. And town teleporters. So Tartarus, Owl's Head, and Central Brittany, these teleporters connect your player-owned town directly to those NPC towns. Very cool. And then a bunch of autumn-themed items are in the vault for the next couple of weeks, including the autumn fairy dress, the autumn leaf wings, autumn leaf crown, the pilgrim bonnet, pilgrim hat, the original cornucopia, the red-tufted squirrel pet, the original turkey, and the cornucopia.
I have a Fisher person here, Bob Bickhin.
Bob, I'll slaughter the name.
Bickhin, Bichin, totally how it's pronounced. had a 0.93 ammonite.
There's going to be a lot of ammonites to start off with. What'll happen, and this happened last time, is we're going to get a ton of ammonites to start off with until people start getting the mosasauruses and the dunkelosseas.
And there's, let's see, there were over 60 people here last I looked, so we'll probably get some big fish. There's 66 right now.
Yeah, the ammonites will get knocked off here in a second, so I'm not worried. And then reminder, today is the last day to get your spooky recurring items if you haven't stocked up yet, including undead specimen bats, the giant spooky statues, including the Lich, Grim Reaper, that are the dungeon entrances, the ornate scythe, the dead tree with spider webs, Day of the Dead masks, spooky emotes, including breeze spiders, rain spiders, puke blood. Who doesn't want to puke blood? Well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people don't want to puke blood, but maybe that's your thing.
It's open, Vector. Go, go, go.
Not going to judge you. The spider web cloaks, ornate spider webs, spider legs, back item, and the zombie pets. Last day. Today's your last day to get all those things until next year. All right.
I got a better one here. Bob Bickhin has a 1.07 ammonite, taking the lead.
Oh, yeah.
And someone wanted to give John Marcus their money's worth there on their thing earlier since I butchered Silverado. And also Richard, just so Kinga knows, no lessons. Never taken one lesson. Okay, Maxine, show them what you got.
I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could, but I didn't. But every touch was you, la la la. Was you, la la la. Ooh, you keep me coming. Ooh, you keep me running. But you're out in my alley. Kill the sunrise. My body fell right in my hands. La la la. I felt like true. La la la. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that little run at that.
Wow.
All right, she's officially replaced you every time she's home and you want to sing, Chris.
Thank you, John Marcus.
Very nice, Maxine.
And yeah, she sets her own alarm in the morning, and apparently that song came on one time, and she figured out the name of it, and now she requests that, and so she'll play that for her morning wake-up alarm.
Snugs liked it.
Thank you, Lava Gix, and thank you 800 times, Snugsy One. Oh, I got another contender here. Alley Oop. Oh, this one's got to be the new record. Alley Oop has a large ammonite of 1.13.
Oh. We've almost filled up all of these slots.
All right.
Just one more slot and we'll filled up, first through 1 and 2 runners up. By the way, just a reminder, the smallest fish last time was a 6-length Mosasaurus by Vetatrix lacus.
Wow.
So you guys need to step it up, fisher people. And why is no one wearing their... You know what the problem is? No one's wearing their fish heads.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, what's
If
wrong,
people were wearing their fish head masks, because everyone knows that the fish head mask brings you luck. And even better, if there was a fish people versus horse people war going on, like I've requested numerous times, then there would be more lava fish being caught. So let that be a lesson to all of you. And yes, you are correct, Oop of the Veil. you do not have lava fish masks because all of you made fun of my fish masks. So you're being punished with no more fish masks.
Wait a minute, just be clear. I did not make fun of your lava fish mask.
did.
My exact response was, "You're not really putting that in the game, are you?"
Yeah.
That wasn't really making
but also
fun.
laughed.
Oh, I got a Strider Greens coming up. A large ammonite. This is Strider Green. Large ammonite, 1.25.
Strider Green.
There was a little posse of people that were crashing parties in the fish mask and doing the old prospector dance for a couple months. And
What was the size again?
1.25.
1.25.
Oh, and now I got Kurgan with a
Oh,
large.
the Fish Force 5. They have a name.
Fish Force 5. Oh, that's great. It's like it's
the
a nod
Flash
to like.
Mob.
Well, yeah, it's a nod to like Pulp Fiction.
Kurgan, large ammonite, 116.
Puzzles ready?
116.
Yep. I gotta get my.
Okay, wait a
developer
minute.
command up.
I get to use my new catchphrase.
Oh, good.
All right. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means Hemswall, I'm throwing you back.
That's right. Yeah.
I shouldn't find that as funny as I do.
It's so good. It's so much better. It's appropriate. It's kind of it's a little mean. It fits the fishing theme. It's so good. It's so much better than You're Out.
It feels like an elimination, like baking competition catchphrase or something. Like.
Yeah, it's great. I feel so good about it. Thank you, Chris, for challenging me on my catchphrase.
Yeah, that was a horrible catchphrase.
No, you're right. You're so right, and I didn't even know it until you told me.
So I'm seeing a problem come up here. So we've got like 67 people fishing in the scene right now. And we have not had any big fish caught. So you see the problem. Players are immediately going to use this as evidence that we have somehow nerfed lava fishing.
Well, no.
They weren't until you said that.
Yeah, and everyone knows that the only thing that gets nerfed is combat because it's of you. Right. So I don't think we have to worry about that.
It is odd that they have not turned any big fish in yet.
No, it's pretty rare that we start with any big fish. Every now and then there'll be one big one at the very beginning, but that only happens like 1 out of like 3 or 4.
Boris says our team sensitivity training will commence after the fishing contest.
Boris Mondragon, I'm throwing you back. Oh, sorry, you haven't even entered the contest yet, so I can't use it against you.
No, engineer. The first time there's a ton of runner-ups because we didn't have the the extra decimal points.
That's right. We did have so many runners-up. I mean, I think there were like 10 runners-up of like one length ammonites. But that was also a factor because we don't have enough lava fish, which Damon was lamenting the other day, that he wants to make more lava fish.
That'd be cool.
So we're going to do that.
I'd like to see...
I'm just glad we get to say that sentence. We're going to make more lava fish.
Right,
Because it makes no sense.
It sounds like we made a bunch, but that wasn't enough somehow.
Well, just saying the nonsensical sentence of make more lava fish.
Oh, obviously. We need more lava fish.
Because, like, it just doesn't, it's just such a not real thing.
I want to see an anglerfish as a light source deco someday. I think that'd be great.
Oh, yeah, we don't have any of those really weird deep sea fish. Those would make good
That might be
candidates.
salt, but yeah. There could be a lava version.
Yeah. Although it'd be weird, like, why would it need a light source?
Well, the little, so like it has its mouth open and then like the little lure thing on its tongue, that's the light source.
Well, right, but why would it need light in
Oh,
lava?
inside the lava?
Yeah,
Fine.
that makes no sense. Because lava fish makes so much sense.
Or it's a sea fish.
But
Whoa.
that's the funny thing. We made our lava fish glow, which also makes no sense. Like, why would they glow in lava?
It's residual heat from the lava they were in,
Right.
right?
True.
Bro streamer.
Yeah, what was that? What was that hiccup right there?
What hiccup? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm sure no one noticed.
Yeah, pretty sure they didn't.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for the puzzle to reset its timer and then I can do it again. I realized the gate probably closed, but there's like a little offset where it's closed and I can't do it. Wait a second, I'll do it.
I got a submission. I got a fish.
Ooh.
All right, fish. Give us the fish.
It's an ammonite, and the length is 1.1.
Oh,
And
from who?
Nicholas Dark. The first
What a
fish
name.
submitted to me.
All right.
Oh, make sure
Uh,
you guys get the syntax for the player names exactly correct. And if anybody knows who Venu Sada is, that's what we typed the name in. VNU space SADA from the last competition, but that's not a real player name, so.
Vino?
Alright, I'm gonna open the game. Open the gate. Yeah. I saw a request for mountable lava mermaids.
All right. That means that, sorry to say,
Here it comes.
Oakenhammer with your 1.01 ammonite, I'm throwing you back.
Please don't touch the puzzle. You guys were doing so good.
All right. That puts us at 4:30. Oh, which means it's also time for prizes. With our current standings, Strider Green is holding at first place with a large ammonite of 1.25. Kurgan is currently standing at second place with a large ammonite at 1.16. Alley-oop is currently in third with a 1.13 large ammonite. And we have two runners up, Nicholas Dark with a 1.1 ammonite and Bob Biggin with a 1.07 ammonite. And that means that do not bother turning in anything smaller than 1.07.
I got a fish. Twilight Tempest is turning in. Oh, they just closed their window. I bet they were 1.06 or something.
Someone has said that they think they're in their own instance. This scene might be capped at 64, not 128. So if your own instance... No? Well, if you catch one in your own instance, it'll be time-stamped. So just whisper us and say, hey, if you have a qualifying fish within the time, we don't care what instance you're in. Just whisper us and let us know, like, hey, I got one, and then...
Or whisper one of you guys and have them summon you.
We'll summon you, yeah. That's way easier, yes.
Or they might not be an open multiplayer. That might be the other issue.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe check that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them. Maybe they're all alone in it.
Twerk's having problems getting to the lava. Right, I'm gonna
All right,
this way, Twerk.
doing a little time scaling. Turbo.
Wait, prizes.
Okay, I'll click the prize button.
You just run through here.
There's a lot
run
of
through
time
here,
scale.
Twerk. No, oh god.
Wait, we
well,
don't need time scale.
Well, you just...
They haven't got any fish.
To move around with time scale.
No, we got plenty of fish. It's all right.
Oh, you
You're
scrambled.
you just get impatient.
The puzzle timer just
Hey, you don't
exploded.
need.
What?
See, the big cascade effect, Chris.
You just get impatient.
Hold
doing
on,
fine.
leader.
Right, Twerk, go that way.
There we go.
What kind of lesson is that for the people? You can't just time scale yourself through life.
And people will get killed in lava. Do that.
Yeah, I saw
It's
people
good.
running into
It's-
walls.
Snow.
Would you like everyone to yell at you, Chris?
That way, Twerk.
It's all right.
Just Just don't fight anything on the way down. Just train it all to the fishermen. They'll take care of it.
All right. I have some winners.
We're all winners here.
Okay. Our second to last prize drawing of the monthly live stream. The winner of the Puzzle Tree Cloak is Stonehand LLTS. The winner of the Ornate Elven Longbow is Ashen. The winner of the Reaper Sapling Pet is Lefty Bright. The winner of the Ornate Elven Planting Bed set is Lilith Bloodstone. And the winner of the big one, the Elven Tree Townhome, is simply the Syndicate. Wow, a lot of winners from the Syndicate.
I like Chris's camera as just a shot of that statue. Never mind, I'm done.
You killed Eric Rules, Chris.
I know. Apparently, I killed several people. It was worth it.
Good move.
Wait, what did he do?
My time
When he did
scale.
his time scale, people were trying to get across the lava, and
Oh no, it
Time
just burned
scale.
him that much faster.
You can't course correct at those speeds, so you just like run right into the lava or into a wall that you trouble getting around.
Cops are coming
Sure.
for you.
Torque, I keep
Oh.
opening the gate, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know what the... You run between the, not the never-ending story, but the never-ending story sentinels. You run through them. Was somebody named Kurgan? Is that I want to know if that's a Highlander reference.
It's got to be.
It's gotta
by
be.
the way, I hope someone's checking my spellings on these character names, because I'm just doing it phonetically.
I corrected the one that I told you about.
Alright, looks like, I was going to do the puzzle, but looks like Lurgoff Highlander, speaking of, knows the sequence. Oh wait,
Chris?
does he?
Huh?
Chris, I hope you're checking my character names.
I'm not.
Alright, it's open. Thank you
You're
to
doing fine.
Lurgoff.
What?
You're doing fine, I'm sure.
I'm sure I'm not, because I'm just doing it phonetically. I'm not actually looking at the screen.
Oh yeah, please do.
All I know is
somebody-
that Big Hen is winning.
Somebody got back to me on that name that I can figure out.
Big Ken is not winning.
What? Big Hen is not winning?
Oh my god.
Jumping across the lava. Well, if you can get to the lava, just fish in the lava. You don't have to go to a
Starting
specific
correct those
place.
I'm gonna correct the
Yes,
names.
Robin Hood, I got a reminder. Oh, there's a Halloween deco contest tonight. Robin Hood, if you're watching, I don't remember where or when. I think it's 7 or 8. Here. I told him to send me a bunch of reminders the closer I got to... Oh, I'm
looks
not
good.
streaming. You guys can't see my screen. 7 p.m. tonight in Novia Market, there's a Halloween deco contest.
We almost did a kill all.
Oh yeah, please don't.
No.
You can do a kill and then a number and its proximity, but it will still kill players. I really wish we could make that just enemies. Would be super helpful.
That would be super helpful. You should write that up.
Like kill PvE 6 to kill all non-players in
Yeah.
6 meters.
You should write that Jiro when you write the bookcases, Jiro.
Dun-dun-dun.
I love that we got the distance based.
I gotta say, I'm really shocked that we've got 69 people in here fishing and we have not had big fish come up yet. Did they lose like the... Did we lose like the bait bonus or something? It's very
Don't add
suspicious.
conspiracy.
It's
Don't
very
add-
suspicious, Star.
Don't start conspiracies.
It's all right, because next release, they'll be able to write a LUA script that will keep track of how many fish they catch per try, how many successes and failures in the type, submit it to a server somewhere, and they can document the fishing rates so they can tell when we change fishing by even 0.0001%, they'll know about it in no time.
Well, yeah, theoretically, if they have historical data.
Uh-oh, someone's trying to get to me. Nicholas Stark may have caught a bigger one. Nope, he's changing fishing spots. I think you're right. I think this has to do with the fish heads. Do we have like a secret bonus on the fish heads? That's the conspiracy I'm going to start now.
Oh my god.
Last time everyone wore big fishing heads.
Fish heads.
And they caught more fish.
It should be when you wear the non-fish heads that you catch more fish because you're the enemy of the fish.
No, it's because
You're
the fish
luring
are
them
fooled.
into
They think it's
false
you're
sense
one
of
of them.
security.
Yeah. So the fish think they're like, oh, hey, it's one of my buddies.
There's your cannibalism, Richard.
1.07 is the current minimum.
Yes, 1.07. So if you don't have 1.07 or bigger, don't bother turning it in.
Oh, Peebo's trying to give me something. Oh, there we go. See, I just had to start complaining and start saying conspiracy theory stuff. Peebo, P-E-A-B-O. Just put him at the top of the chart. Small mosasaurus. I'm going to check your spelling on that.
See, all your conspiracy is complete bullshit.
4.98.
See,
Checking the time. Looks good. Well done, Peebo.
wait, what was this length again?
4.98.
4.98. Nice. All right, Peebo vaults into the lead. And we know what that means. Do we know what that means?
We do. Who gets, you say it.
Hold on. I gotta do some.
And
That means Bob Bitchin. I'm throwing you out. Throwing you back. Sorry. Throwing you back. See, I got my two phrases mixed up.
And I have bad news because we also just threw back Delane Lachlan, which was trying to turn in a 1.1 to me and just got kicked out. Just got pushed
sorry.
out. So
because the new smallest is 1.1. So you have to have 1.1 or larger to be in the running. Because the current standings, we have two runners up. Nicholas Dark with an Ammonite 1.1. That is the smallest. Alley-oop, large Ammonite 1.13. Those are our two runners up. And then currently in third place, Kerrigan. Better to burn out than fade away. Currently in second place, Schreier Green with a large Ammonite 1.25. And then in first place, Peebo with a small Mosasaurus. Our first of the evening. 4.98.
Another request for secret doors and one-way doors and doors in dungeons. Yes, we'll work on those. Yes, someday. That's on our radar. A lot of people from SodaCon were asking for those too.
Raven's Lair 38. Well, thank you. At least I got the quote right. Oh, is that in reference to the fact that I messed up my phrase, my secret phrase? Yes, thank you. I did get the Kurgan quote right. It's my, Highlander. You can't. It's like the best movie.
I just introduced my son to Highlander. He likes.
Oh!
Just the
Hold
first
on.
one. Get the rest.
Yeah, they
Get
get
ready.
pretty bad. But I love the TV show and the one at the end where they bring Duncan and Connor together. I thought that was a good one too.
All right, Star, get your phrase ready. Get it right this time.
Is that
We have
end game? It's a good one.
Gayan Trueblade. Just
Okay.
type it. I'll fix it later. Has a large Ammonite. 1.11. Ooh, burn on Nicholas Dark.
1.11.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1.11 is the new small. That means
Checking the
Nicholas
time.
Dark.
That's good.
I'm throwing you back.
Throwing you back. There was a second TV show? What are you talking about?
Yeah, there was one with a woman.
When? When was this? What is this show I need to now go binge watch? Was it a spin-off?
I don't remember. It was.
Was it Anne? Was it like his girlfriend Anne?
I don't know.
Wait, are you,
Highlander the Raven. I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
What?
I know I didn't watch it
Amanda.
much.
Yes, Amanda. Oh,
I feel it was
I'm
something
100%
probably that was
in.
like at 2 a.m. maybe.
I didn't. I didn't know that existed.
Do they not
Like,
know
I
the
would-
whole like catchphrase of the Highlander thing of like there can be only one, and then they made a second one?
There was several.
Wait, there was a second catchphrase?
No.
No, there can only be one at the very end. There's a lot of them for a while.
Yeah, only one can get the prize.
I didn't know there was an Amanda spinoff.
But more importantly, did they also have a new catchphrase?
Yes, and it was "Leaves are falling all around" for some reason in the Highlander universe.
Really? Really, was it?
You like that segue?
Yeah. Or was it "I'm throwing you back"? Was that the
Throwing you back.
like when they would, and then like they would throw
They'd cut his head
the
off.
opponent's head
But then they
and do it like the nearest body of water, because that was part of the quickening. Like you couldn't just cut off the head; you had to throw it in water.
because of all the extra electricity, maybe.
Well, that was to get the extra electricity boost, right?
Wow.
What was the one with like? Was that Endgame with like Donnie Yen and? I think that was the Endgame one.
All right.
We're done with our Highlander segue. Sorry.
So, just a remind, well, you're never done with Highlander. So, just a reminder. Even though we now finally have a big fish in there, the Mosasaurus, but it's a small Mosasaurus. It's 4.98. Just a reminder: the smallest fish last time was a 6 Mosasaurus, and the largest was a large Mosasaurus at 6.38 terrestrial aquatica. Come on. And there was no Dunkleosteus at all last time. So come on. You need to step it up, Fisher people.
Yeah, I mean, there's still 68 people in here.
And we only have 12 minutes left. So I'm blaming the no fish masks.
I think Kron SC is right. He's saying it's overfishing, and we need to put some fishing restrictions in and limit people to 1 catch per day. And
What? That's no fun.
1 catch per day.
just kidding. That's like
Oh yeah, where are the who
The
would it
wardens,
be?
the game wardens.
The game wardens. Yeah.
We actually went. There's a different limit from Colorado to Wyoming, and we'd crossed the border, and somebody came up, and we'd gotten 16 and 15 was the limit for trout, and they were counting our fish, and luckily we had enough still alive that we could throw them back. And like, oh, sorry, we didn't realize we'd. That's as close as I've gotten to getting in trouble.
do. Do.
Is somebody here stealth messing with the puzzle? Because that would be hilarious for you.
Oh, trolling. Someone's trolling with the puzzle. Puzzle trolling.
Trolling. We are gonna make a new a lava fishing expedition, I think.
Oh, and we're gonna do a lava play your own town
Yeah.
template.
Yeah.
The lava fishing expedition should be half lava, half fetid.
Oh, then we just cover both as one. Right, puzzle.
Swampy lava.
When will rum be introduced into the game? There is rum. RHUM. Is that a player deco, or is that just us, Stanio? There are bottles of rum. It's RHUM.
Right. Well, yeah, but they want it as part of the brewing, and it's in the backlog.
Are they gonna need like sugar cane? Like as soon as they need it's like, okay, yeah, we'll just add rum, but now we need to add like the agriculture of cultivating sugar cane to. It's not as easy as it sounds at first.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, I just added one to the spreadsheet there. I'll let you call it out. Oh, let me check the timeout first. Time is good. Confirmed.
All right. All right. Vino Quirlin turned in a large ammonite 1.23. That means Gayan Trueblade. I'm throwing you back.
Throwing you back.
How much time
All
left
right.
on this contest?
We have 9 minutes. So current standings. Alley Oop with a large ammonite 1.13. That is currently the smallest. If you do not catch something 1.13 or larger, do not bother turning it in. Our other runner-up is Kurgan, large ammonite 1.16. It's better to burn out than fade away. And then in third place, Vino Cortland just came in with the large ammonite 1.23. Strider Green is currently holding in second place with a large ammonite at 1.25. And currently holding in first place, Peebo with our only Mosasaurus, a small Mosasaurus, 4.98.
I think the phrase is good. We just all need to chime in and help deliver.
I know his name. How's that phrase?
Yeah,
But
they're
I'm throwing you back. They're saying I'm throwing you back doesn't have enough punch.
Maybe in the delivery? I think it's great.
All right, while we're winding down, just a few reminders. We have one more prize drawing in 7 minutes, and you can, to be eligible, you can either buy something from the web store, or you can do our not so secret phrase. Leaves are falling all around in game chat.
Any game chat channel. Not
game
in
chat.
Twitch.
On Twitch chat. And reminder, log in during the month of November and get a free turkey statue. And or join our rewards program, which gets you a great price on crowns, gets you exclusive titles, gets you potions, all sorts of cool stuff. And this month, the theme is autumn, and you get a scarecrow mask, a giant squirrel pet, and a giant scarecrow statue. It's huge, massive, insanely big. And there's some cool stuff in the crown shop this week, including blackbird decoration. It's cool. It's a flock of blackbirds. Sadly, you cannot bake 4 and 20 of them into a pie, but they're still great.
I've seen them. They're cool. Good for gardens.
Yeah. And town teleporters. First time ever, we have a teleporter that will connect your player-owned town directly. Yes, the bird baths are fixed as well. That was how we got this item. In the process of fixing the bird baths, we realized, hey, we could make this a deco as well. So the bird baths will be fixed as part of this. So we got your back, Oop of the Vale. All right, town teleporters. So Arduous, Owl's Head, and Social Kidney are the first 3, but we will be adding more. And there are some cool autumn-themed items in the vault, including the autumn fairy leaf dress, the autumn leaf wings, the autumn leaf crown, also the pilgrim bonnet and pilgrim hat, the original cornucopia we did, the elven town home, which was one of the prizes today, and the red tufted squirrel pet, and the original turkey, the first turkey we ever made.
I gotta say that town elven home is like the best hosting a party home, I think, in the game, because it's just like all. It's like it feels like more like a resort than a home, I guess. If you go to Hometown, there's one set up. You can check it out.
Yeah. And a reminder, the spooky seasonal recurring items expire today. So today is your last chance until next year around this time to get things like the undead specimen vats, the giant creepy statues with magic portal dungeon entrances, the ornate scythe, the dead tree with spider webs, the Day of the Dead mass, all the different spooky emotes like breathe spiders, rain spiders, puke blood, blah, the woven spider web cloak, the ornate spider legs back item, and the zombie pets. So last day. And if you haven't checked out Release 71, check it out. There's all sorts of cool stuff. We polished Tartarus and Despair, our latest dungeons. The decoration palette went live. Gold and silver. There are gold and silver scraps now that can be salvaged out of gold and silver items. We improved batch crafting, so when there's a failure on batch crafting, the items still stay on the crafting station instead of dumping all into your inventory. We did some balance on agriculture items that are being sold on NPC merchants, so they're better priced, so they don't compete with people who are doing farming. Wyvern trophies can now be made out of wyvern trophies, out of wyvern heads. Winter recurring holiday items are back for a limited time. There are performance improvements, which the stats are showing a 10% improvement, I think, is what you were saying, Atos.
And they claim less hitching. I haven't seen that in my personal stuff, but that is the... I've been trying to retweet a few people who've been tweeting me.
Vooch, to be eligible for the prize, you have to buy something from the web store. Or you can say something in chat. Sarah sees the phrase in chat. And then 2020, and some of these items are actually going to be coming at the end of this year, but for 2020 for sure, we're going to be doing LUA integration. That one is actually, the first phase is going to be next release. Player GMs, polish for player vendors, expanding trophy data to not just be fish. Don't move around too much, Chris, because people might be trying to give you fish. Property rating system, expanding the trophy system to not just be fish. We're going to add it to agriculture, giant pumpkins, and heads of creatures that you kill. So the dragon head that you've got is going to now it'll be tagged with the time and who killed it, and different lengths, just like the fish.
Oh, Star. Does
Yeah.
that mean we're going to have dragon hunting competition soon?
Yes, that means we will be able to have contests about things like hunting dragons, hunting wolves, or just hunting competitions in general. So,
Hunting
cool
rabbits, wabbits.
yeah, well, anything you can make a trophy head out of. The idea is that we will. It'll take a while to do, but over time, you'll be theoretically anything that you can make a trophy head out of will have trophy data. And then more creatures, more bosses, more tamables, including making nightmares and unicorns tameable. Those will be the first ones. More skills, a new customer service team member. And again, apologies that we built up such a long support queue, but we'll finally have someone who can tackle it. Cross promotions with other like-minded projects like Crowfall and Pantheon. And then, of course, episode 2 with including the Inky open source scripting language that will allow us to revamp our quest and journal system and let you customize your own NPCs.
Oh, and I teased an item last release, then I actually gave some to somebody to test for this release. We held off on releasing it yet, but we will be releasing it. That is the Deco spawners that are far more than just like pets you put on thing. They're pot only, but they basically will spawn and they have a large wander area. And it's so people can put like cats or, you know, squirrels or deer or turkeys or whatever they want to and just have them wandering around their town basically. But we put those in. There was a condition you could get into where if you got into the exact right situation, it would make them double spawn and the second spawn wouldn't go away until someone left the scene, which wouldn't be a problem, but there's a way they could get like 3 spawns and 4 and 5, and we just imagine there being like a town with like 1,000 cats in it. So we decided to hold off on that. But those will be going, several of those go, I think 3 or 4 of those go into the gold merchant. They're going to be really high priced, just so you know. That is because they are a pretty hefty, you know, they can have a cost, and we don't want you to have 100 cats in town. I know an
engine to render a cost.
Yeah.
So that's
but that'll be coming up in the Crown Store too.
So that's a great segue, because I was just about to talk about what's coming up on Release 72, which is one of those things. So Release 72 is going on QA maybe as soon as this weekend, and that's going to include a lot of great stuff. So Krampus is coming back, although we may have inadvertently patched that into live already.
That was me.
Due to a little bit of miscommunication, but that's was slated for Release 72. These player-owned town animals that Chris was just talking about, and a bunch of those will be on the Crown Shop, including things like different cats like Siamese and tabby, deer, pigs, reindeer, sheep, and turkeys, and then there'll be some that'll actually be on NPC merchants, including calico cats, rabbits, and squirrels. Tameable unicorns and nightmares. Maybe we're hoping we'll see LUA Phase 1, Release 72
Whoa.
rewards, which will be another round of autumn themed stuff, a pitchfork, an autumn leaf shield, an autumn leaf mask, and December login reward, which is going to be a holly wreath hat with sparklers. And hopefully we'll see the Sword of Midras rewards, which we're working on. And
you're the
fishing contest
referee.
is over.
You're the referee. Okay, you just now announced the fishing contest is over.
Yes.
So that was a minute late. The reason I asked it because you had not called it yet. You had not called time.
Yeah.
And I have Nicholas Dark.
Uh-huh.
Got a small Dunkleosteus. 4.15.
When's his timestamp though? He might still be good.
It was 1 minute after the 5 o'clock. That's what I was asking because Star had not called it yet.
When he handed it to you, or when he
that's
caught
the time when it looks like it was caught.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Judge, I'm not the
Didn't we
referee here.
announce that the contest ended at 5?
Why don't we give an extra prize?
We could give an extra prize.
Yeah.
What was the length on it though?
4.15.
Oh, that's the big one. Tie for first?
I would say
don't bump anybody off.
I don't think it's fair to other people who may have stopped fishing.
Yeah.
No, that's
would have
good
figured that.
Yeah.
It's pretty great size.
Why don't we give him one of the desktop fish trophies? Since it's past time.
That in and of itself is a pretty cool trophy that he can now mount. So.
Yeah. So it's past the time, but he'll get a desktop fish trophy.
And we're adding timekeeping training to sensitivity.
And he says it's cool with him.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Nicholas Stark.
All right. So final standings of the fishing contest. So honorary prize, because it was past time, but I hadn't called it. So that's a fuzzy one. So we're gonna give Nicholas Dark a desktop fish trophy for catching a small Dunkleosteus 4.15, which he sounds like it's fair. He sounds like that's cool with him, and we're okay with that too. Then our runners-up, Alley Oop and Kurgan, both get a fishing sign 9-pack and a desktop fish trophy, 1.13 and 1.16 large ammonite. And then in third place, Vino Quarlin with a large ammonite 1.23, and Strider Green in second place with a large ammonite 1.25, and our winner, and third place, that was Vino Quarlin. You win ornate fish pavers and bronze fish trophy. And then Strider Green in second place with the large ammonite 1.25. You win a Viking Village water home and a silver fish trophy. And our first place winner, Peebo, with a small Mosasaurus 4.98. Woo-hoo. You win a player-owned town village water lot deed and a gold fish trophy. And if you are here in the scene, Atos will be awarding your prizes right now. Is that right? Or
sure.
Are you mailing
Let me
them?
see. Let me find my trophy. Fishing top 10. Peebo. He gets a, what does he get? A village something? Village
Player
water.
Here, if you look at the spreadsheet, you can just cut and paste. Village. It's the village water lot deed.
All right, hold on. I'm looking. Fishing contest monthly.
Thank you, DJ Gnome. DG Gnome. So a DJ Gnome would be great.
Okay, while you're looking for that,
Let's see. Village water.
because you're totally prepared.
Oh, in the fishing. That's in the other thing. Okay, there we go. Got it.
Okay. All right, while you're doing that, last few announcements. And then don't forget rest of episode 2 stuff, treasure hunting and with treasure maps, theater system, item affinity and reputation, taming expansions, and expanded permission system for containers and doors. So lots of cool stuff coming up in 2020. So please stick around.
New pot templates.
And new pot templates, including the first one, which is going to be lava. We're very excited about. Lava waterfall is what I heard. where it's a lava fall. So very excited by that. And don't forget to read the Avatar.Express, which is our player newspaper. It's great. And we've got a bunch of cool, fun events coming up. Don't forget the Release 71 dance party is next weekend, and Lily Bird's tea party is right after. That's all next Sunday. So please join us for that.
And in 2 hours, there's in Novia Market, there's a spooky Halloween decoration contest also.
Oh, great. Cool.
Chris, if you want to pass me the fish that you were given, I will mail those back for you.
Oh, I did better this time. I just call them off and hand them right back because it was silly that we would keep them around and then we'd have to mail them back.
I have never held on to them for an entire release until the last day and mailed them back. I've never done that.
I only got one this time, so that's so much trouble.
Let's see. I'm still working on that.
Yeah, we just did the last pricing, Radicus. But tune in next time.
Trying to find the things here.
No, I don't think we did the last prize.
Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. There's one more.
No, we have not done the last 5 o'clock prizing.
Thank you for asking. I hope he didn't just log off as soon as he asked that.
But unfortunately, our prizing guy is also doing the other prizes.
Oh, yeah, because I don't have enough stuff going on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I'm going to we'll email out this stuff because I didn't add it ahead of time like I tried to do, so we'll get this emailed out. I also have to email out or send out the prizes as well, so I will get those out to you this weekend.
Oh, cool. He's still here.
I am anxious to go get a margarita with my wife.
Okay, so I mistakenly announced that we would give out the prizes here in the scene in real time because that's what we did last time. So my apologies.
If I'd been planning ahead.
We will do that. We will be mailing you your fishing contest prizes as well as the live stream prizes. And here are our final prize drawing winners. So Gemma Star wins a Puzzle Tree Cloak. Yay. Lefty Right wins an ornate elven longbow. Famines wins a Reaper Sapling Pet. Lagertha Lodbrock wins an ornate elven planting bed set. And Smelly wins an elven tree townhome. Congratulations, winners of the prize drawings, and congratulations, winners of the fishing contest.
Congratulations.
Great job, everyone.
I got Peebo one. Oh, and yes, great job. And again, for those who haven't done so, please go follow my Twitter if you want to get constant updates. If you do not want to follow my Twitter, you will be forced to instead listen to the news from Jack and Laz on NBNN, who will read out my Twitter feed for you. So,
what is your Twitter?
My Twitter is twitter.com. I know you don't have to do that. Catnip Games, all one word. But I've been sticking to 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 15 tweets in a day. So follow me. 15.
You.
Yeah, look, I'm up to 382 followers. I just started my Twitter account. Actually, I started years ago, and I had like 3 followers forever. But anyways, I think we're ready, right? We need to find someone to raid. Did you find someone to raid, Star? Did you do anything?
I'm entering the prizes on the post, so someone else should be doing that.
All right.
I see. Well, they're probably all here. Zol is up, Famines is up, Striders is up, Alpha.
I think Alphane's going to be doing I think Alphane's doing a PvP thing. Let's raid him. It's rare that we overlap him at time zones.
Did he just wake up?
If you guys do not, if you have not watched Alphane, go watch Alphane. He is amazing tutorial, educational, just like Zol and some of the other guys who teach things. So we will go give him a raid, and I have now clicked the button. It is now people piling in. Alphane, we are coming your way. He can't hear us because he's actually playing the game. But they're going to have a contest, so watch him and you can see what one of those things looks like. I guess that's it. I think we're ready to go. You guys ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
All right.
Thanks,
See
everybody.
you guys. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for everything.
Bam.
Thanks for those bits, Scooby.